helpless, defeated, holding on to something I've needed. I'm looking for a reason, finding all you're wanting, a demon. Helpless, defeated, holding on to something I've needed. I'm looking for a reason, finding all you're wanting, a demon. And you took it all away from me. And you took it all away.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day. Boys, we got ourselves big class changes right on the horizon, dude. Have you seen these things? We were looking at them earlier yesterday. Feels like today, but it is yesterday. But yeah, they're looking kind of good. There's a lot of buffs, a lot of them, like a surprising amount of buffs coming in, like for everybody that's been like very much out of the spotlight, which is kind of awesome. Like mages in general are all getting buffed all across the board, which is I mean good, honestly. Kind of. I haven't really seen, I mean, I know that mages right now are actually really good for Mythic Plus. Like, people started looking at like, wait, hold on, did mages actually need a buff? How are they performing in M Plus? And if when you pair them together with a Demon Hunter, they're actually pretty good. In raids also, they're not terrible. They're just really not at that top end for raids, I don't think. It's just rogues. Then again, you know, it's just rogues. Assassination nerfs cause reasons. I think it's because the spec is so far ahead of the other two, at least in raid, but also you also got to take into account the fact that it's getting buffed up by PI. Then there's the evoker thing, and then portion of the damage that rogues are doing right now is not being attributed to rogues. It's actually evoker damage, but it just looks really good in logs, so rogue damage is inflated, has been inflated for a bit. Little things like that all collapse together, but they have their own data over at Blizz, right? They don't look at logs to see how classes are performing. They have their own metrics to figure out how classes are performing, and they feel that rogue is a little ahead. But you know what? We are throwing nerfs to two of the most popular specs and buffing everything else that is underperforming. I honestly think all those classes, the Rogue and Demon Hunters, are still going to be played plenty. I don't think they're going to go anywhere. They're not going to vanish into the night and disappear. They're going to be still around. They're going to be doing things they've been doing this entire time. The only thing that's different is it just gives a little bit more breathing room for everybody else that's been on that lower end spectrum. But how y'all doing though? Welcome back, boys. Hope everybody's having a good one. We got the music. I'll get the music back up and running in just a second. Let's get the groups up and running in LFG, boys. All right, we can get the music back in. Let's do the next one. I want to start with something exciting for the day. Is this good? This will work. I don't understand why they have millions of subs. Don't understand how you don't have millions of subs. You have the best WoW content. Thanks so much, Milos. Appreciate you, my man. Milos, gonna stab you and Blood Dagger joining together. I'm okay with that. I'm alright with that. That means this group is gonna be filled with too many rogues. We're gonna have to see if we can maybe separate the rogues apart from each other a little bit. But who else do we got in? Does anybody want to start? I delete you? Who's this? Hold on, who is I delete you? I'm a real ID. Who is this? Austin? Is this Seavark? Yo. Do we have, what is it? Wait, what? Me? Level 60? I just hosted, man. I host. Yo, invite. I'll get a second group going. Hold on. This group is filled. Gonna make one of you lead, then get second one going. One sec, friend. Who do I add you? Who do I make lead in here? Who is I delete you? Who is the regular that does these duels? Parasite will get you in a second here. Parasite is back in. Oh my god, you boys. What the hell? Boys. You know what? I'm gonna make Blood Dagger lead. I'm gonna make a lead. I'll make you lead. We'll do it like this. Delist your lead. Bop. Wait. Bop. Cool. We'll get Wolfie in. Hold on, we'll do this first. We'll get the group going, then we'll get you guys all in. Baneling, we got you in. Wolfie, I got two. I gotta post up. I got a group. Sign up with your two. Hold on. You got two? Sign up with me. I got Parasite for ya. You guys are gonna get the boy. Fury, please? I'm sure we'll get some Fury Warrior in here. We got I Delete You and Top G. I'm sure there'll be an opportunity to play some Fury Warrior tonight. But yeah. No worries, no worries. Yo, Wolfie, I don't know if you're in chat or not. There you are. Rosie and Smoke. Alright, this group needs two more. And then we are set. Already one group ready with check. I'm just gonna check. Hope you're in chat. If you need bodies, I don't know how long you're sticking around for the night, but let me know ahead of time. Like if you're planning on leaving or if you gotta leave, whisper me, let me know. Try to get me into the group and I can take over everything. But otherwise, if you need more bodies, if you're sticking around for a while and you're lead, like, yo, now we actually need like a 1 or we need a 2, I'll help you out. All I will need you to do is let me know and I'll tell you when to invite me, and then Yeah, all that good stuff. Got you, fam. Yeah, easy. Easy there, cowboy. All right, who else do we invite, man? ASAP? I feel like I try to invite ASAP every single time, but like he's never around. Fang? I asked him last time if he wanted to join in, but I think he actually just PvEs now, which is unfortunate. Let me see. Chicago. Hey, Duels tonight? Chicago's making another character? Hold on. What is this thing? It's another Chicago, which is a Lightforged Renai. Okay. I'm interested. Does Messiah want to join in? Hey, Messiah, want in for some duels? Is Night King around? Is Chopils around tonight? Hey, Kargath. Duels tonight, friend? On Gold X? Sure. All right, Chicago's going to be joining in like a second here. Night King isn't on. Oh, that is sad. That is unfortunate. Okay. So we got Chicago that could join in. Kargath is finishing up a shuffle. We could probably just wait on him then really quickly, and then we'll be good to go. Do monks really need a damage buff? Was that their issue? They were behind on damage. To be fair, they were a little behind on damage. Okay, I can either get Chicago or Kargath. I think what I'll do is I'll get Chicago in now, if they're faster than Kargath. Kargath is finishing up a solo, and we can get him a spot as soon as one is available. But yeah, PvE-wise, monks were behind like every other melee by a good mile and a half. It was... In PvP, it may not seem like much because they do a lot of burst damage in PvP, but in PvE, yes, they were. Yes, they were. Helping a friend with Morose, maybe later. Okay, friend. Sounds good. Help your friend with Morose, whatever that's supposed to be. Morose, Marrows. But like Moreau, like from Karaza, Morose? Is that what he meant? Helping friend with his marrows right now, maybe later. Macros. Oh, okay. That'll do it. Okay, bursting for 400,000 without touch to death feels nice this week. Should be bursting next week. Should be more fun next week. Oh yeah. I am planning to give my Windwalker or Monk in general a try once their buffs are in. I do have somewhat of a Brewmaster build, but I'm sure I'll be able to rework that into a Windwalker thing. Somewhat. So we got... Who else am I winning on? Chicago. Are you on a thing? No, you're not on a thing. Okay, we're still waiting on Chicago. Otherwise, you could maybe get... Could get Kuros, unless he's already in the other team. I don't think he is, though. I'll give Chicago like 30 more seconds, up to a minute, and then we'll see if Kuros may want to join in. My Monk is 483 equipped now in both specs. That's not bad. I gotta get a little bit more gear on my Rogue, man. I need to get my keys out of the way, so I'll probably do that tonight. And then maybe I'll either do PvP on my Rogue, finish that out, get my caps done. Invite, beautiful. We got spot just for you, bud. Just for you, fam. Huge. All right, John Cena Music, Seawork joins the chat. Seawork is on the other team, so we got Paris on one team. We got Seawork on the other team. I am actually interested to see what that's gonna all play out like. And Chicago, I'm gonna make you lead for the other group. All right, boys. We got a queue. We're ready to go. Chicago, and your name is gonna be Check Susie. Okay, I could do that. There we go. There we go, boys. Here we are. First 5V5 1v1 of the week over for the team NA. Hopefully it'll work. He did queue us. Give it a second. Give it a second. Isn't that Grand broken? Who's the demon hunter from last week again? Parasite? It is him. It is the boy. I got him on Real ID. He was one of the first few to whisper me directly like, yo, get me in the group. As we're getting the first one up and running. There's a single active Fury Warrior, especially Annihilator content on YouTube and Twitch. Is Annihilator something Fury Warriors play right now for PvP? I imagine more so. I imagine yes, right? The answer would be yes, should be yes. Or am I wrong about that? Because like the playstyle they got is Odin's, but For PvP, I think crushing is stronger, isn't it, than the auto attacky thing? According to Morlock 16, Morlock IO 16 out of top 50 words of playing Annihilate, so it can't be that bad. I could see it. I imagine it's maybe better for like sustained damage because it's just like auto attacks. And I think that might be good in like a 2-3 situation, but in a duel, would that be better in a duel? I imagine the burst damage you get out of crushing blow and the mobility out of it is probably a little stronger. Not probably by a mile, but just a little stronger, right? Switch. We got ourselves a whole squad of melee with Parasite coming back in as a Demon Hunter, Rosie Blade as an undead this time. What did you know? If you're undead, Rosie, you may actually regret going undead. The undead ratio actually doesn't matter, you're outlaw, but if you are assassination or subtlety, apparently when you have dots, the undead ratio of extra additional shadow damage can randomly proc and get you out of stealth, which is super unfortunate. Smoke on that team, we got us here. Actually, we got maybe one too many rogues on this team. We might have to separate you guys a little. Chicago on this team as well, and Smoke gonna be first out versus Blood Dagger. So we got one of the first few rogues here. We got us as gonna stab you. We got Austin in here as a Void Elf Mage. I delete you as well as Top G joining back in. The eyes not gonna be spawning, I think, for about 30 seconds to a minute from here on out. 10% dampening already kicking in since the doors open. Smoke, try to see if we can get Blood out in the open. Blood is careful. He might have been able to actually see where the man is gonna go. Blood every single time actually goes behind the pillar. I don't know if he's just like walking away as Smoke pops up and he's just not looking behind him, but they're so close to one another. One random Phantom Knights or a Shuriken Storm would get the other rogue out. For Smoke, if he does get Blood Dagger out, he could have the first early draw. He would have the element of surprise, but also you'd be able to get Blood out in the open. Brandon fan? No, so close. Every time they walk next to each other, I think that what if they just fan right here? But no. Parasite in the team, it's over, lol, you win. I don't know, we'll see, because we do have Parasite on one team, but we have Austin over on the other. And I'm pretty sure that's my boy Seabark, so he's really, really good with melee. So I wonder which one of those two classes would end up doing well here. Yeah, maybe this is why we don't want to have too many rogues, by the way. You see this here, chat? You see in this here? This is why we only allow so many classes of the same, what's the word I'm thinking of? Oh, step for step as Blood does avoid the opener by Smoke. He's gonna go for the Senses. Blood having to Trinket Smoke. Trinket's big damage on the Blood. Doesn't even give him a chance. What was that? Just absolutely eviscerated the boy. There goes the quick vanish. Is awesome. With the Ring of Fire, almost catching Smoke. He has no idea how close he was. Random orbs getting sent in every direction. Actually, sending orbs more or less where Smoke is at. If he gets himself a blink around the corner with a Nether Tempest, he actually will have it. Ring of Frost to try to see if he can pincer the rogue in. Almost hard to go for. Actually goes for a Trinket on the sand. That is so aggressive. That's Arcane for you. Got himself the Ultra, so should be a-okay. Smoke used up a lot of his offensives on the other rogue. Try to go for a kick on Austin. That's actually going to be completely dodged. This is going to be Austin. Got himself Ring of Fire. Smoke with a Cloak of Shadows, trying to see if he can separate it out. It's going to be a opener. Try to get an opener onto Austin. Doesn't quite connect. I don't know if he went for cheap shot or not. I don't think it was DR'd or anything, was he? As Austin is at least able to get a dot rolling onto Smoke. Is able to go for a bit of shift in power. Smoke with advantage, gets himself a bit of a shield. That is going to eventually get him out in the open. Barrage does connect. Ring of Fire is going to almost connect fully. He's trying to see if he can set it back up. And Smoke has to walk the Ring of Fire. It's actually going to take quite a bit of damage. Arcanosphere is going to get him knocked back. Blind around the corner. Ice blocks it just to make sure he stays on this rogue. This man is just committing immunities, trinkets into some of the more simpler rogues he sees. Sad, blind, are you kidding me? Trying to see if he can get ahead of Smoke. The guy got plenty of mobility though, as Austin does get himself the images available too. Still able to redot the rogue. The rogue so far has taken a bit of damage. Like, he hasn't really taken too much damage, but he's taken enough where he's like, you know what, not completely in a 100% winnable position, not super comfortable. That's going to be Sepsis. Austin does set up himself a big old ultra time. Going to be damage versus damage. Smoke better make himself the biggest hits possible. Gouge into Austin. Barrage does proc and cheat death, and Smoke does go up in smoke. and flames as Austin is able to knock the rogue back. Gonna be Rosie going in for grapple hook. Breath immediately for Austin. Got himself a full poly onto Rosie. Backing up out of there, catching him in a ring of fire with an arcane surge. Might be able to force out a cloak of shadows out of the rogue. Does get a cloak out of him pretty early. For Austin, he still has himself arcane surge rolling in. That is still a lot of damage given. Got himself a bit of a barrier, a bit of a shield in order to see if he could recover some of the health from Prismatic. Cheap shot, immediate blink all the time at the ready. Got himself touch the Magi onto Rosie. Is it going to be enough damage? The missiles right after, trying to see if he can maybe get himself a kick. If he can interrupt Austin, he might be in a good spot. That is going to be plenty big damage. Grapple does let him reconnect really quickly. If he has himself a killing spree, he might be okay. Going to be Austin repositioned with a void operational, just shifting away from the guy. Ring of fire as Rosie trying to see if he can maybe avoid it. That's actually going to be able to go behind the pillar. Austin stopped the ring of fire. That is going to put Rosie in a little bit of a better spot, but just surrounded with a ring of frost, as well as arcane orbs, as well as a dot, and arcane sphere is just going to hit him either way. Grapple past it, but still out in the open. Cannot catch himself a reset. It's going to be trinket available. Maybe just trinket a root at this point. Does go for a feint. Evasion, actually. Austin doing a little bit of damage. Does catch him in the touch of the Magi with a ring of fire. Arcane orbs around the corner. Rosie just taking damage, and they don't even have light inside of Austin. Did they just die? Hold on a second. Do you just die right here? I think he just died. Oh, so close. Another Tempest? Is that going to be enough to kill you? You have no health whatsoever. You're trying to auto-attack the guy around the pillar. Trinket just to get out of a gouchu. Got that rogue. My goodness. Breath immediately on Tier as he does go for the trinket himself. Cloak of Shadows might be used here aggressively. Austin trying to go for a poly. Does get Tier out in the open with a ring of fire. Arcane Surge probably going to get a cloak out of the rogue. No. Not a cloak. Does have him dotted. He's just going to walk back into an arcane orb. He's going to take a little bit of damage out here. Going to be another orb with a cannon sphere, this time Trinket, or Blink rather, for Austin. He has a way to break out of these stunts. As long as he got himself all the time, he'll mostly be okay. Sepsis, Cloak of Shadows for the rogue. Austin just needs to use everything he can to survive this. That's going to be a lot of damage for him to deal with. That's going to be a full secret technique, barely at any health. Does have Sepsis rolling on him. Got himself shifting power. Maybe he can get himself shields. Does get himself a back blink with the last shield available. Breath on the Tier. Does not have a way to break out of the CC. Poly. It is going to let Tier catch up full health. Austin sitting down immediately for food. Having to go for a poly onto Tier. Austin is not in a great spot right now. Has himself Ultra at the very least. Had himself barrages. Got himself the range distance. Almost completed a full ring of fire, but Tier is going to be able to retreat back behind the pillar. Ring of fire almost catches him. He's just going to have to walk into the ring or at Austin. Try to go for a gouge and still touch the Magi with a fire. You just walk in it. That's going to add up extra damage. All this damage over time. You're just hurting yourself, Tier. Get another cloak for this one. With our catasphere, I think man's dead. Barrage will kill him. Hold on. Is he down? Is he okay? Is he going to live? Austin just backing up out of there. Tier needs food. Tier needs something to help him survive. Austin admittedly picking up the eye. At least he wants to be able to see where the rogue is at. Sitting down for food. The rogue cannot get aggressive right now. He cannot. He also cannot heal. We're at 35% dampening. You're not. The super cup is going to do a little bit. It's better than nothing. Ring of Fire is going to be able to get caught. Almost got caught. Actually, I think was able to avoid it. Just stepped out of the ring. Stun onto Austin. Sepsis big damage. Got himself a shield. Barrages are going to get the rogue low with the touch of the Magic. Maybe it'll be enough. Got himself all the time. Maybe it'll be okay. Does Juke a kick? And Tier got nothing left. Just get absolutely barraged while behind the pillar. With Parasite going to be next. At least the Mage got himself an Ice Block. The Demon Hunter trying to give him as much of an auto duel as humanly possible. At this point, Austin does not have invisibility. 30 seconds on that. Maybe he can get himself a shifting power to get that back a little quicker. He got offensives. He got crowd control. No ult time for a little bit, but I think he might be able to buy himself enough time. That being said, Parasite got some of the bursts Demon Hunter damage I've seen. Stun onto Austin. Does go for the backflip as he gets himself the I-beam to metamorphosize for a second. Volley right after for Austin. As Parasite does not skip a beat at all. Big Arcane Surge could be a meta right now. May need someone for this one. Does matter to try to see if he can mute some damage and close the gap. Touch of the Magic is in Parasite taking a lot of damage. Trying to see if he can cut it back to the Ring of Fire. Parasite may have to press something here. Austin does juke and interrupt. That's going to be big sigil. Is not able to fully avoid it. Takes a little bit of damage from it. Parasite able to use mobility to stay on top of Austin the entire time. He doesn't let this mage out of his sight whatsoever. That is such good use of mobility for the DH. Austin trying to recover somehow, but a 44% dampening. That is going to reduce his self-healing. Does get him short on Arcane. Breath does not connect, and Parasite does end up eliminating him. That was ridiculous. But he is able to take him down. That is actually insane, the amount of damage a mage can do to rogues. But then Parasite able to counter him. But at this point, Dampening kind of high. Parasite trying to go. Whoever's going to be up next is trying to give him honor. Duel does catch, got to stab you out in the open. No trinket available. Did have to use a lot of cooldowns in order to fight the mage. Big burst onto Parasite. I don't think he even gets a chance. Does go for another walk with a Sigil of Fear. He got nothing left. Unless he can meta. Does he have meta? That's my question. I don't know if he does. Stun, last second, does get himself I-beam. Maybe it's enough damage. Hold on a second. Big Sigil onto the rogue, does blow him up. Picking up a couple of souls, caught up a little bit of healing, trying to go for eyes. He needs vision, he needs line of sight, he needs information to deal with the rogue. Does go for the eventual retreat, try to see if he can avoid CC from the rogue into an prison. Does he have any damage over time that he can deal with? Glaives are going to slow the rogue down, do a bit of damage. Cloak of Shadows for the rogue. Is it going to be a stun for Parasite? No, no cloak. Shadowy Duel. Blind Parasite. Does he have an answer for this one? He does have a Sigil on to go to stab. He does not have weapons for a moment. Eventual retreat. Back up really soon. Could use it maybe to dodge a stun. Does he have enough here to cheat death out of the rogue? Oh, he barely survives it. How is this man alive right now? He literally met death. He was just at death's door, right? Standing on a welcome mat and decided, nah, hold on. I'll be right back. I gotta run to the store real quick. Goes back to the rogue, slaps him down. He's back in here, and Top G is trying to give him as much of an honor duel as humanly possible. I don't think it really can, unless like Chicago goes up to heal you, but Parasite trying to go for this honorable bout, wants to fight Top G. He's gonna go for a bit of a vengeful retreat as soon as the Stormbolt tries to connect, but he's able to immune it. If he's able to stay in the air after vengeful retreat, he's able to immune crowd control and also reduce some of the damage taken. Big I-beam, big explosive one to Top G, does take him down. I think, hold on, Top G, trying to see if he can fight right through it. Zerkers out of this one. Are you in one-handers? Are you actually playing one-handers right now? What is this going on? That is so unusual. Normally Top G got big old spears, trying to see if he can charge out stun before he can reconnect. Parasite backing up out of the last second, does avoid the stun. Oh my god! How are you alive? Second stun out by Delete. You trying to see if he can live up to his name, looking to delete the Demon Hunter out of the game. Was not gonna give him even a smidge of chance. Wasn't gonna do it. But Chicago gonna be up next, at least giving Delete, hey, you're gonna be dueling me. Delici didn't have to commit too many cooldowns. I think he was able, he did have to use the, what's it called? Odin. I'm using like a whirlwind animation with my hands because it is like a big spin to do. But yeah, that was absolutely insane. Wow. Delicio versus Chicago, able to run in with every cooldown available, charging out, got himself full avatar stun onto Chicago, does go for the trinket with a wall, trying to see if that'll be enough to keep him alive. Delicio does not let Chicago out of his sight, though trinkets is the last to come out. Chicago is left with no health whatsoever, 63% dampening. You're not doing any favors yourself right now. You're not going to be able to recover at all whatsoever, unless you got Ghost Raptors. That's going to give you some Maelstrom. That might help you out a little bit. You do have Guardian Spirit. You got to find a way to lock down Delicio while doing damage while Guardian's active. Trying to see if he can use Guardian to fight against him with a full Bloodlust. Got himself asunder as a Stormbolt comes out. Fear onto all the pets. Chicago does get a root onto Delicio as they do have defensive cooldowns rolling in. And if you're able to survive this is the most amount of healing Delicio is going to have in this the rest of the run. Got himself Primordial into the stun. Knocked back for just a second. Got himself a Reflect. Has himself in the Execute. Chicago just tried to use mobility while in Raptor form to get the hell out of dodge. Try to go for whatever healing is left into a Lightning Lasso. That's going to do a bit of damage. If you can get yourself another one going without Delicio getting any kind of healing, you actually win this duel. You have a win condition. It just means you have to wait for 30 seconds. I don't know if you'll be able to do so. Delicio tried to get himself an angle. He needs a Stormbolt and just go for a couple of executes. Got himself Rallying Cry, so he's borrowing as much health as possible. Sunder for the Stormbolt. Trying to go for the big go. Is that going to be it? Does get the execute at the end. That is so close. Actually, the closest match I've ever seen. Austin taking 3, but so does Parasite, bringing it back for his team little by little, clawing back that victory. That was incredible. We need to get them both to go again. I think, honestly, those two might need to go first against each other. Just a big old brawl duel to find out which one is going to be the ultimate champion. Waste all their cooldowns into each other, so that maybe the rest of the team can even get a chance, because Demon Hunter actually insane, but so is this mage. All right, check as well as Chicago. Let me know if you guys got teams. If you guys got 5, if we're ready to go, or if you need more bodies, let me know. Also, we may need to figure out what to do. Okay, toss me an invite. Let's try to see if we can get you guys an extra body. We're at 4... How many? 420 in NA? Yeah, 423. Cool. I'll be able to get one of you guys at a time, though. Hold on. We lost a rogue, that's fine. Pass me lead real quick. Pass lead real quick. Did Chicago say anything? Nosy? We can get Nosy in. Is that Seawork? I think it is, yeah. Pretty sure it's Seawork. I'm pretty sure it's my home. How many arcade mages do you know? You know what I mean? Alright, I'm gonna list the group real quickly for 5V5 1v1 Duels. Here we are. Okay, Nosy. Who's Nosy? N-O-Z-E-Y. Nosy. Listed won't, but I don't see you online to friend. Nosy, I don't see you online. I think that's why it's not letting me invite you, because I right click you, it lets me whisper you. But that's about it. Dal, my guy. What's up, Shade? How you doing, my man? It is a number, Dal. The Grifka is the least entertaining he is nearly 100% of the time. No disrespect, this facts as a viewer. Man. Try again. Nosy. Oh, we are EU. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. We are on NA tonight. Rosie on the Hunter instead? I'm okay with that. I'm alright with that. I'm alright with that. Yeah, I know, Nosy. I know. I didn't realize you were EU for a second there. Yeah, that was Friday. Those are on Friday nights. Oh, Friday nights for you guys, like super late night. Alrighty, so we got this group. Blood Daggers lead. Need help? Need help with groups? Question mark. I didn't see it up. What's up, Kuro? How you doing, my man? Your commentary is flowing. Yo, Evgeny? Is that what's supposed to be? Evgeny? I don't even know. I'm gonna say Evgeny. Okay, we did lose a rogue. That's fine. We lost a rogue. That's okay. Good luck to everyone watch. I'll be watching. Yeah, thanks so much, Nosy. Thank you so much, man. Alrighty, so we got one more spot available over for this team. We lost a rogue, but that's okay. We'll be able to switch out, hopefully, for not a rogue class. BB&J, beautiful. Are you a rogue? I'll be hilarious if you pop in and you're a rogue. I don't think... There we go. Hey, Hunter, I'm okay with that. I'm alright with that. Alright, so we'll give Chicago a lead again, and then we'll be good to go. Cool, we'll cue you guys in. I'm gonna try to mix up the map arena with the maps this time around. Let's do like a Dalaran sewer real quick, because I usually go like Hook Point or Blackrook Hold or Blade's Edge or something like that. Stash is nice, yo. Thanks so much, Ali. Appreciate you. Cloud, I haven't played in retail in a month, so happy we'll get in one. SOD is the only way. I'm glad you like it, Cloud. I've been playing it quite a bit. Me and Jake been kind of playing it together a bit here and there. I think we're gonna be doing a BFD run on Wednesday. Actually, we've been streaming it here and there. It's a game that you need to commit a lot of time into. I didn't realize I would have like actually some homies on an A planet, like when Tukes actually did end up picking it up. I probably should have also got a character up and running with him as well. That's exactly the right way. Well, I appreciate you, Evgeny. Evgeny is like a Russian name, so more or less like it sounds about right. Except for the hard names, man, struggles enough as it is. It's a question of like, how do you pronounce it? And if it's Evgeny, that's actually like a name in Russia or other Slavic countries around it, because they all share like everything. I keep calling things Russian, but it's like that could be not even Russian. That could be in all that Slavic area, right? Think of the countries that were part of USSR that isn't exactly Russia, but everybody else that were there. Yeah, it may have come from them too, because that whole region borrows so much stuff from each other. I just call it Slavic at that point, because I think that's a more fair way of like describing it, like, to be real. Alrighty, switch. Parasite first up versus Top G, trying to go for a bit of a rematch. Parasite with full heat, ready to go. Top G ready to explode. The sigil was down, but the man was able to walk out of it last second. Fear onto Parasite, trying to go for a slow second win. Is not even going to be able to kick up at all, as he's trying to see if he can maybe get him some more health. Borrowing a lot of health, having to pay the dividends now. Having to go for a big defensive as Parasite able to push him for some stuff, back it up out of there. He doesn't want to fight Top G when he's in a full recovery mode. Top G trying to utilize this to maybe get away, just second wind kick back in, because unless Parasite does something, does get to avoid the turbo with the eventual treat stun, but the immolation aura just burns the warrior down from the inside. Parasite trying to go for a quick fear onto Blood Dagger. Got a sepsis rolling on him. Needs to find a way to deal with the rogue. Does go in for the I-beam. Is going to be able to stun Blood right now. Mad damage is going to get him super low. Stun right after Blood Dagger. No whatsoever. Does go for the Vengeful to try to see if he can deny the rogue. And CC. Cheat death procking. Vanish out. Glauca shadows for the rogue. Trying to see if he can bail out of there. I don't know if Parasite got line of sight. He does have the sight over the rogue. Taking him out before he can even escape. With Rosie going to be up next. Oh, switch to rule one guy entirely. Playing that survival. Trying to see if he can trap down Parasite. But he backs up out of there. He's able to weave himself around the hunter and around those traps. Does get hit with the disarm. Quick stun, force out a trinket. Big sigil does erupt up to Rosie as they do go in for a stun into Parasite. Unable to lock him down though. There goes the Metamorphosis. Able to stun the main pet. Might be able to work that thing down for a little bit. Rosie did end up popping up a turtle shell. So Parasite can't even attack Rosie anyway. Trying to see if he can swing around the corner, avoiding all the traps completely. Deathstroke comes upon him as he does get hit with a stun. Doesn't sit long at all. Frees the trap. Does break barely quickly, and Rosie just gets absolutely eviscerated with Delicio. Gonna be up next. Immediate immunity out for Parasite, trying to see if he can just transport himself into a safer spot. He gotta find a way to go for hit and runs onto Delicio. The warrior has a trinket so he can break out of whatever CC you throw at him. You gotta get yourself plenty of resources. You have yourself Vengeful Retreat to see if you can immune a stun. If you can do so, that'd be great. Blade Dance with a couple of glaze throws, forcing out a defensive out of Delicio really early on, which is huge for Parasite. Trying to go for a leap around the corner isn't gonna be enough, however. Trying to see if he can maybe reconnect with Para, but he's able to avoid him entirely. Got himself full flames ready, able to immune the stun. Does not have to worry about CC for a little bit. Got himself an opportunity to go in. Big damage, massive eruption onto Delicia. Does end up going down in the waterfall. I couldn't even figure out what the hell was happening. And Seamark is the last one left over for the Team 1. As this man has to find a way to fight the Parasite and the rest of Team 1. But he's got to first commit everything into the Demon Hunter. He's walking in fresh with everything available. Para does not have a trinket, does not have meld, does not have immunity, so he is going to be at a disadvantage. So right now, if Seamark utilizes his damage right now, he might be able to get the best chance he's ever gotten to fight against Para. Last time, Seamark was slightly behind on a handful of cooldowns, not heavily, slightly, but I think this time around the ball should be in his court. Got himself full drills onto Para. Oh my god. Yeah, that is to be said. He was going in without as many defenses as possible. I would love to see Seamark and Parasite duel each other, full cooldowns, no dampening, no nothing. But right now for Seamark, this is an opportunity here. He's got the entire Team 1 that he's got to find a way to chip away at. Got himself full Ring of Fire. Glauca shadows for Haki, trying to see if he can get back over to Austin. Just running over there really quickly. Is able to reconnect. That is an Assassin's Rogue. As long as you are very careful with the dots and the death mark of the rogue, you might be okay, because once the death mark is upon you, all the bleeds and all the poisons are just gonna double up in volume. Reverse sweep. We'll see if Austin is able to get himself a setup like this. Got himself barrage, mad damage on the shadow, does force a vanish out of him, but he's still dotted. Somebody's gonna get him out in the open. He can't sit himself for too long. Got himself a step blind into Austin. Then he goes in for ice block. Hold on a second. You just committed an entire ice block just to break out of the CC. I guess want to make sure he doesn't ever get behind the rogue ever. As he's walking into Ring of Fire, I think the rogue is dead. Touch of the Magic, I think the rogue is just dead. Hold on a second. Cheat death? I think he just burned up. Wait, hold on. He's alive? He's... Oh no. I was gonna say, he did walk into Ring of Fire. Back and forth. He just sizzled himself. He never got to press death mark. That is so unfortunate. And Chicago is gonna be up next. Normally, in any other expansion, this is where it will be the Shaman's advantage here. Is able to force Austin over to him, dropping him in with a totem with a big old grip Sunder onto the mages. He's trying to see if he can bail out of there. Big Eleblast in. Normally this is where Shaman would be at a massive advantage. Able to just remove every buff from the mage. As soon as he gets himself any kind of power gains, he can just wipe it all clean. Just purge all of it away. But as of recently, mages have been in such a good advantage, and against any melee, even against the Shamans, they generally do really extremely well in a 1-on-1 setting. Ring of Fire surrounds the guy. Arcane Orbs flying in every direction, just getting barraged from a distance. It was a big mortar that is the Arcane Mage, blasting him away. Able to root him in place, at least able to keep him in a position for a moment. It's going to be a blink out of the lasso. Breath to follow, goes in for a knockback. Chicago able to get at least a lightning bolt from a distance, summoning up all these raptors, so it's plenty of Maelstrom that he can generate, looking to get himself a lot of healing. Next lightning bolt could actually be kind of deadly. He does have double lightning rapture, so that should do quite a lot of damage. We're leaping in, big thunder. Austin with a trinket, touch of the magic onto Chicago, trying to see if he can avoid him, looking to get himself plenty of distance, trying to see if he can keep the shaman at bay at an arm's reach, but also wants to make sure he doesn't get himself full recovery. Ring of Fire, orbs around the corner. Arcana Sphere is going to go through the middle. Chicago trying to see if he can bow out of there, but walks to the fire with the barrage, does end up executing him. And Austin jumping down on a low platform, needs to sit down for some food. Immediately Tyr doesn't even want to give him a chance. Ring of Frost catches him out in the open. He knows he wants to get in there. He's gonna get frozen. Austin with a poly almost gets it. Oh, try to go for a kick, does end up juking him completely as Tyr trying to see if he catch back up to Seavark, knocking him back. He goes in for a step, big blink right afterwards, Nova to follow. Barrages are gonna at least slow him down. Ring of Fire on one side, and is able to actually push in. He's trying to see if he can maybe pressure the rogue right now. He got himself full cloak. Ultimate time available for Austin, so he's actually in a great spot right now. Defensively, he's a-okay. Cheap shot out of Tyr, does burn double vanishes, so he doesn't have any more outs whatsoever. Last cheap shot, try to see if he can do a disorient Seabark on his cooldown reduction. But Tyr right now, he was just behind the pillar, cannot really get away from this Arcana Sphere. I don't think he can evasion it. Does dip on the low platform, looking to sprint out of there. I think Austin's just gonna sit down for food. Yep. Invis sitting down for food. The rogue is going to be able to create himself a situation where he's going to back the hell up. Austin is not going to use blinks to chase after the guy, but not touch the Magi. Nether Temple still keeps the rogue out in the open, so Austin at least is aware where the rogue is going to be. Mits him with the missiles before he can even get himself a restealth. Gouge? Does this rogue finally get himself a reset or not? That is the question right now. Try to think going. Did you go in for a stun? Was that like... It looked like he had the animation of a stun, but I don't think it was a stun. There goes a kidney shot. Touching the Magi onto Tyr. Does not have a way out of it right now. He's just taking so much damage. But next barrage is going to be the end of him. Missiles. I think Cheat Death didn't even proc for this man. The game decided, you know what? I know you were behind, but I'm not going to give you Cheat Death. We've seen so many times Cheat Death just not proc for whatever reason. For one or another. I don't understand why. As Austin got himself orbs, explosives all over the place, trying to see if he could find Pathian out in the open. Is got himself a sniper shot, big opener onto Austin, takes in a bit of critical damage from the bat with a chimeric poison rolling into. That's gonna pop a slow. Into a silence, into a damage and heal reduction. Does go for the trinket, trying to see if he can dodge out of the poly, but is unable to. Ring of Fire collapsing around him, got himself a turtle, looking to get the hell out of dodge. Trying to see if he can cut Austin into the freezing trap, but if Austin is careful, he should know that the freezing trap is right around that corner. If he's able to avoid it, trying to see if he can pull him back behind the pillar and then meets him right there. Touch of the Magic, if he goes a little left, he's gonna eat that freezing trap. Maybe still hits Pathland. Potentially does not get to hit him at all. That is a rapid fire by the Hunter, doing a lot of damage. Big death shock him onto Austin. Potentially the most amount of damage the Hunter can do. Got himself a shot him up for a second with a little bit extra health. There goes the weirdest interaction with that. Death shock and missiles for rapid fire. Hold on a second. Both of them are so low. Does meet the barrage at the end. And Austin, oh waterfall, could you please disappear? I'm trying to show off this man's mug. Okay, that's about as good as I could do. He does go in for a clean sweep after Parasite has gone through a 4-0. Seabark is able to stop him in his tracks and then continue on plowing on for his team. Well done, my guy. Well done. I would love to see those two duel each other just like clean with cooldowns though. I think that would be a hell of a match. All right, 420. How many are we at? 424? All right, next one. Let's go. Daddy, what's up, Sky? How you doing, man? I love Saturday duels. You know the best part of Saturday? That Lisa Grifka isn't here. Yo, Grifka, you know what? I give Grifka a lot of grief. But come on, man. He might as well change it into Griefka. You guys are giving him grief also. Jesus. Like... I can't say anything else. All right, check. Let me know if you need more bodies. Chicago, let me know if you're ready or if you guys need more. We'll open up the groups and I'll help you take care of everything. Mages are the favorite child of Bliss family. I believe they are to some degree. They are getting buffed up quite a bit, and people on like WoW Twitter were pretty unhappy about the buffs. By that I mean very, very unhappy. Let's do a, I don't know, a hook point? I'm trying to think of like an arena that isn't a melee favored, but also isn't range favored. Like Blade's Edge is range favored, or at least a lot of people see it as range favored. And perception is more, can sometimes mean more than reality, right? Because if everybody perceives it, or everybody believes it, might as well be real, right? Might as well be. I guess this is a decent one. Or is it? Yo, Dal, can you buff hunters, please? Enter? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I'll send a guy. You know what? I think hunters don't even need a buff. I think they really need a rework. Message on point. Appreciate you, my guy. I really do think hunters need a rework. Like what you was talking about in the G chat. I think is sometimes he has some interesting takes, to say the least. I don't agree with all of them, but the take of Hunter probably needs a rework, I agree with that. I think it's like where every class has gotten a rework feels a little bit better. Like Hunter is like pretty good, it just needs something extra to look really, really good. They just need like a talent rework, kind of like what Rogue's gotten recently. Twitch. Got ourselves Hockey Shadow. I'm gonna have a hard time with your name. That's just how it's gonna be. I like your mug though. Oh, looks so good. Oh no, that helm actually matches. Look at him. He's like a toxic boy. He's got a toxic backpack, toxic armor, toxic shoulders, a big old green weapons. Even a tabard that kind of sort of matches this rest of the mug. I love the way it looks. Got us some blood over on the other team, skulking around searching for the other rogue. Over on team 2, we got ourselves Austin. We got us to delete you with Rosie as well as Top G back in action. Us two rogues are still looking for each other. Parasite over on the team 2, team 1 ready to go with Parth, as well as Tyr in the back. And then we also got Chicago. I like the smog too. That actually looks so good. With the red drawn eye, that looks incredible. Some of you guys' mogs look so good, even if you don't win the duel. Or maybe you guys do win. But even if you don't, your mogs are absolutely on point. If this was a transmog competition, it would be the victor of my books. Blind immediately onto blood as Hawkins does end up committing a trinket. Needs to get himself a big go. Kidney shot gonna be short. Big Gormos bite out of blood though. Hawkins needs to maximize the damage. Cloaker shots for the both of them. Did he use the death mark? If he didn't use death mark, that actually is huge. Trying to see if he can find a nice guy in the open. Cannot find him. Does get him dotted though at the very least. Should be able to have a go blind right after. Hawkins needs to get himself a proper go at some point, but I think blood may just have him. Kidney shot, full secret technique. Another Gormos right there. Use both vanishes. Got himself full flagellation. There goes the death mark. This is where Hawkins used to maximize the damage. I don't know if he's got evasion available or not, but blood is melting little by little. If Hawkins can get back in there, get another ship, let the dots roll for a little bit longer. If you got evasion, you might want to get super aggressive. Blood getting in there, cheap shot right after. Hawkins needs to maximize all the damage. He actually got himself so much potential power right now. Blood is melting. Hawkins is super, super low too. Blood trying to see if he can take him down. Both rogues are going to be very, very low. Cheat death to Hawkins. Most likely down. Hold on a second. Wait. I think he's just dead. Unless. Hold on. Chicago waiting out. Chicago rooted him, but I don't think he flame shocked him. I think he just let the rogue take it, let the rogue have it. He's just like, oh wait, hold on, I'm gonna keep you out in the open. Let the dots rot ya. At least made sure that Hockey's hopefully gets at least one shot, gets at least one kill on in the books. That was really good, dude. Assassination rogues, I feel like more of you guys should give them a go. They're so deadly. Like if you just get a full death mark rolling, all the dots, all the bleeds, everything, there's just nothing the other guy can do. It's just, they're just dead. Nothing they can do. Big zaps on Chicago, trying to see if he can keep deleting the warrior away from him. It's gonna, I think it caught in a totem. I think that's why he had to run back to it. Not only he got like boot back in. Last one, breaks out of it. Stun Chicago with a fear to follow him. That's gonna be delete you. Mad damage to Chicago. Having to go for a wall as well as a guardian or to maximize damage. Big burst damage to reverse back onto delete you. The harder you hit him, the more survivability you're gonna get yourself with that guardian rolling in. As the warrior charges in, he's got himself in rage regen for a little bit longer, trying to keep the pressure rolling on our Shaman homie. As the stun comes out, he got plenty of damage. Chicago unable to create space, trying to do the very, very best to create as much space away from Deletion as possible. Is that totem going to root you? Totem looks at him for a second, doesn't go for the root. That is super unfortunate, unless that was a tremor. I don't think it was. Chicago able to at least recover some health. There goes the root as Dalichi goes in for some damage, but unable to maximize the pressure whatsoever. He got CDs coming up back up in about 30. Short stone on Chicago as they got Raptors joining back in. There goes a lot of damage. Chicago not feeling all that good. At least able to go with the lasso back away from Dalichi, trying to see if he can keep him in place. Does knock him away with that totem. Dalichi focusing on totem as soon as possible. And we are pretty low into dampening right now, so Dalichi is able to get himself a lot of healing, but so is Chicago, and is able to completely top himself off. But Dalichi, the longer he keeps in combat with Chicago, the better he's going to be. He got great sustained damage, great self-survivability, lots of healing opportunity, and Dalichi taking a lot of damage, but trying to go for a fear. If he gets himself an impending victory, does get one, but big damage out of Chicago's Thunder right after trying to go for the knock, but the charge does counter. Oh, I think that was a bleed from Dalichi trying to see if he can get away from Barth. Does eat a kill shot. If he can somehow stay away from the hunter, get second win rolling in, maybe he'll be okay. There's just no way. As Barth goes in for a full rapid fire, doesn't want to give the man an opportunity at all. It looks like he is dotted by something. So Rosie maybe can either go in for a camo and get a proper opener, that or just send the pet, charge in, disengage around the corner, is going to send the pet over into Barth. Barth, I feel like at this point, might as well just start blasting the pet. You know what I mean? Because if anything, you can at least deny Rosie a stun. Could go with a stun around the corner. I think he's aware of freezing trap around the corner. Rosie wants to go for a proper stun. Trinket out of Barth. Binding shot is going to get you super stunned up if you're not careful. Feign does for just a second. Trying not to move too far. Disarm from a distance. Turtle starts to fall as he goes in for a big explosive together with a Death Tracker of his own. Manic Bandages as he also goes in for Turtle. Both hunters are attacking each other from range, even though one of them is survival. But Survival Hunt is actually doing so much more damage from a distance, as Barth, not feeling all that good, does go for Exil stun around the corner. Rosie wants to maximize the damage. Coordinated assault by him in the pet with the scatter. Rapid fire out of Barth. Not a lot of health available. I don't know how he's going to be able to get out of this situation. Try to go for a knockback into Rosie as he's going to weave back towards the pillar. Kill shot right through the heart. Backs up out of there completely. With Tier going to be up next over from the team 1. Fan nice to get Rosie out in the open. With a cheap shot, Rosie with a trinket, binding shot onto Tier, forcing a trinket out of him, could maybe go for a freezing. This way you want to go for a Manic Bandage if you could remove the dots, goes in for a heal. Manic Bandage may need to come out right now, got himself defenses, disarm onto Tier, blind, does remove his own sepsis. This way you need a freezing trap to stop the rogue for a second, unless you just go in aggressive. I think you just decided to go in with as much aggression as humanly possible. Top G, this is going to be next over for the team 2. Given Tier as much of an opportunity to go for an honor duel, and Tier at least given a chance here to recuperate some of his cooldowns. He doesn't have Shadow Blaze, he doesn't have Cloak for a bit, he doesn't have a Trinket for a while. So Top G, I think, is in as good of a spot as it could be versus Rogue. Normally, under most conditions, I think a Rogue would just win versus a Fury Warrior, but right now with Top G, I think he's going to be in a great spot. Stun onto Tier, does not want to let him out of his sight. Evasion actually does allow him to avoid a lot of the damage. Haymaker for a second, knocking the Rogue down. It's going to be a cheap shot trinket out of Top G. I don't really know if he needed to trinket it, but maybe felt like he should probably stay as aggressive as humanly possible. Disarm, skipping the Rogue slowed at least real quickly. Charge right afterwards, got him to reflect. Tier trying to see if he can back up out of this, still slowed. And I wonder if there's any kind of dots on him. No, he's actually clean. So for Top G, I guess the question is there a rupture rolling on him? Because here, if he left Top G without a rupture, second one is just going to help him get back up to speed. Looks like he's trying to see if he can go for a shadow step around the guy, but does get knocked out of stealth, immediately stunned right after. Gouge to follow. Does not have a Zerkers for this one. Does Tier have himself a proper go? He has a cheap shot. Does he have enough damage? Big sepsis, potentially could be a lot of setup. Stun to follow with a secret technique. Big defensive for Top G. Try to go for a stun, does not connect. Cloaker shot is for Tier. Got himself that evasion, so he might actually be kind of okay. Top G able to recover himself last second with a rallying cry right after. Tier still has a sepsis roll on Top G. Having to go for a blind as he is not feeling super confident. Losing out on this match right now. Top G getting himself that second win to heal him a little. 39% damage, but he goes in for the Shadow Strike just to make sure that second win does not let him get fully recovered. Tier at no health whatsoever, gouge on Top G, goes in for the execute, cheat death last second, kidney shot to follow. Unless this Rogue has an answer here, he got himself Vanish coming back up very soon. Vanish last second, unless he's got a dot. I think he's actually clean. I think he actually escaped clean. I don't think he could fight Top G at this moment unless he's got everything available. I don't know what his situation is on evasion. It says evasion is up for him, but I think that's just a fib. I don't think that's real. I think ever since this season specifically, evasion for assassination and subtlety doesn't track properly. I think it's kind of like the outlaw evasion. Even though they do have a proper 2-minute cooldown, there's no cooldown reduction mechanic for it. something with the towns that they changed up now makes it impossible for it to track. So it looks like he has it, but I don't think he does. Otherwise, he would be pressing it. He does press it here. Stun right after for top G off of that fear, trying to see if he can maybe maximize some damage. He just needs a little bit of that non-evasion defensive. There goes evasion. It's not on cooldown, but it's up. Goes in for a slam, taking him out. Next up is going to be Parasite. He doesn't want to give Parasite too much of like a, I guess too much of an honor duel there. He wanted to go in, I think, maybe to get himself that impending victory, to get himself that heal, but bad. My God, Blaster! Parasite doesn't give him a chance, and Austin is going to be up next. Both of them more or less have most of the cooldowns available. Parasite is just down on that Soul Cleave, or Soul Essence Break. I think it's Essence Break. Mad damage on the Parasite. Touch the Magic. Wants to be very, very careful with it. Austin got himself a bit of a reposition and opportunity here with the all to time. Able to also recover a lot of health back. Parasite taking huge hits between the fire. I think he took the fire damage from the Ring of Fire, as well as the Touch the Magi damage. Big sigil of arcane damage onto the Austin. Able to go for a little bit of a disengage. Trying to see if he can avoid CC. Breath of Fire does send him as he lands on the ground. Goes in for a poly. Does go for the interrupt onto the arcane, forcing a lot of pressure onto Austin. He is having to go for a bit of an ice block. Parasite at least able to force a bit of a reset versus him and the mage. For Parasite, you're just collecting back cooldowns little by little. Vengeful Retreat, Essence Break, Trinket, Sigils. I think he still has Metamorphosis available, and he still has plenty of defenses to work with here. Trying to see if he can get ahead of Austin as best as possible, using the immunity to CC to pressure him as much as humanly possible. Big stun, I think he just has him right here. Oh my. That is a lot of damage. That is a ton. He actually brought it back. I'm surprised. I honestly thought it was going to be a little bit more of a longer match, but no, as soon as he's got himself that Vengeful, stays up in the air, it does as much damage while mid-air. See, I can't counter it. He can't do anything about it. He can't CC it. He can't stop it. He has to wait until he lands, but he's just doing all this damage while mid-air. It's actually kind of nuts. Oh my God. The constant play of balance, if there's more than 20% yep, I die okay damage. It is a lot of that. It is a lot of like mid-air damage. I didn't expect for them to have that much. Like looking at it, witnessing it, I'm like, yeah, what do you do in that situation? That's nuts. Get Seavark out? 10 doesn't like what's going on here? Get Seavark out, lol. What do you mean by that? What do you mean, dude? Seavark is more than welcome to join these. He's been in these duels since like before. Most of you guys have been watching, I think, actually. Or some of you have been around as long as Seavark, actually. I'm gonna go back to QGG's. Oh, no, man, come on. One more match. How about it? One more. I miss you, guy. I miss you, bud. I miss you. Hold on. Czech or Chicago? Whichever. Czech, do you need an extra body? Or is Seavark gonna stick around for one more? Ask him real quickly. PvP is all-time low. I feel that, man. They gotta really amp up the what is it? The and you can play DH and some regular playable. They gotta amp up the well, they're doing some tuning this reset. I don't know if the changes to like Demon Hunter and Rogue are gonna be enough to like. We need one. Okay. All right. We'll try to see if we can get a group there or get them +1. All right, if you guys want to, need 2 more, actually. That works. Who did we lose besides Seavark? Last Seavark and... Was it PB&J? Pass me Lepus. We'll get up and running. Music Hunts, Masters, Halberd, myself, Love and Spears. It looks so good, man. It looks so good. I love it. Alrighty, here we go. Groups are listed if you guys want to join in. We're going to list them over in the Molten Core. As per usual, if you guys want to join in, more than welcome to. 10 on DH. Okay, sounds good. NVMe. How many rogues do we got? That works. 2 rogues. That'll work alright. That'll work fine. Alrighty, let's get you guys into another match. Lead. I was about to troll here. Beautiful. Alright, let's do some of the maps that I wanted to like play for a while. Okay, my whole like macro just broke. Can't find it anymore. CZ, H, Susie, and Chicago 5. Let's do. You know what? Let's get it out of the way. We're gonna run. Did I do it wrong? Oh, I did. Beautiful. Now I got her up. We're gonna have to do a Blade's Edge at some point, chat. We might as well do it now. Or not, okay? Or we're gonna try it again. Unless somebody declined me there. Well, is that you guys revolt? Is that you guys rebelling? I'm trying to queue for Blade's Edge and somebody pressing no? Or is it just the game bugging out? I'm gonna try Blade's Edge one more time. If that doesn't work, it's okay. Thought I'd do some since I haven't been in a while, but I'm pretty much MIA for PvP until the specs will be punished. Bro, I feel you though. I feel you. Please go. Wait, what? Tier can't join or whatever? Oh, okay. Sec. Tier's offline? Oh, that would do it. Alright, we'll give Tier a second. If he doesn't come back, we'll swap him out for whoever. Wait, did Tier join? Wait, does that mean you guys need an extra body? Because I think Tier joined check. He just swapped over his rogue to a demon hunter. Or am I wrong about that? I'm not even sure. But yo, Seawork, always happy to have you join these duels, man. Always fun watching you play. But yeah, they really gotta do some like tuning for PvP. They gotta do some MMR stuff. Like the fact that you could just push up in Mythic Pluses and just do stuff right now, even without it being the end of the season, is one thing. Need help with groups? Let me know, Chicago. Or do you have a group already listed? Oh, Chicago's already listed. We're chilling. If you guys want to join them, they got a group up right now. Best mustache on YouTube. Thanks so much, Dimitar. Appreciate you, my man. Hope you're having a good one. On Kazakh, I never seen him on dual zones. Okay, so we need how many more? One? Let me do it like this. Dal Edge Boy. Yes, we just need one. Okay, cool. If you guys want to join in, more than welcome to it. We got a groups listed over in Raid's Legacy section under Molten Core. If you guys want to pop in, more than welcome to. Top G has respect always. Oh, for sure, for sure. For sure, my guy. Who else can I invite, man? Dark Messiah. I asked him earlier. He said yes. Is Direwolf in? Necro? Oh, let's go, bud. Let's go, bud. We got the boys. Okay, going to food coma. All good, Chicago. If you got a piece, man, don't worry about it. Someone left. Who left? Hold on a second. Eating tacos during these? I'll go, my guy. Invite. Chicago, your group is good, but now the other group needs a +1. I don't know what's happening. Can you invite some Destrolox? Sure, if like we got a Diabolical if he's around. You got some double rogue, double warrior. Who'd you guys have? You guys had some class. I don't know which one, but we got ourselves plenty here. All right, we need one more. We need one more. A spot opened up if you guys want to join in. Baneling is in. Check is in. Direwolf is Direwolf in? Maybe. I asked Kargath earlier. Got a spot open if you wanna game, friend. Hold on, let me whisper back Kargath. I remember whispering him earlier. Caneric, you're in already? Let's go. I didn't realize I had you in. Awesome. Let me log. Okay, we got Kargath. Give it a second. This team is gonna get a +1 with Kargath joining in, and then we'll get Chicago and Kargath rolling. Hold on. Level 61. I appreciate you signing up. I'm waiting for Kargath at this point. Yeah, I don't know if I'm getting a Destro Warlock, but whatever Kargath feels like bringing in is what we'll get. But if we get like Diabolicals back in these, then maybe we can get some Destros. But like Seamark said, I think he's kind of right on point with that though. Like PvP without like the MMR injection, I feel like it's going to be kind of like, well, you can't really play until the end of the season. So it's kind of like you're just capping out Conquest and like just waiting. So people are just doing mythic pluses because there you can like progress and stuff. They really gotta like rethink their structure. Like the fact that you can't just like grind out to 2400 and get your gladiator mount now, right? Without it being like super ridiculously challenging is, I think it's a little silly. I understand why they do it, but I'm hoping that they'll at some point announce like, okay, everybody got the gear, conquest caps lifted, crests lifted, blood, how you doing? Crest caps lifted, all those things are lifted, right? Everything is gone. I like how it shows your character without like a health bar or nothing. Just a skull. Just intimidating. I love that. But yeah, hopefully they'll just like let the floodgates go, right? Alright. MMR, big injection. Have fun, right? Pure Worm PvP, bring a bunch of gun added Lance Spear collection. Is the Lance, is that the one from the one rare next to the oh, there we go. Hey, maybe actually Destro. Hold on a second. Chaos, is that you? Hopefully that's you. Hopefully that's my boy. Alright. I'm gonna pass the lead again, which should be good. Hopefully nobody left or nothing. And where's the thing? I still have it. I don't have it anymore. CZE, CH, Susie, and Chicago 5. Alright, Blades. That's what I wanted to do last time, right? Pretty sure. Make sure you don't kick from the group. Gave lead again. Dude, yeah, yesterday I just... Okay, yesterday it sounded like I was just bullying Griff. I feel like if I actually was bullying him, I would have been sounding more coy and would have been laughing more. But I really just felt dumbfounded, like, wait, did I actually just remove him? My brain was skipping a step, right? So I need to first right-click him, make him lead, right-click myself, leave group. And I was doing right-click him, and then step 4, leave group. And my brain was not registering this step by step. I was just moving miles a minute, right? It's kind of like when your brain is moving faster than your mouth, and then your mouth starts like really stumbling past the words, and and things end up being slurred, and you don't even really say anything coherent. It happens to me a lot, right? Your brain moving a mile a minute, the rest of my body is just like catching up and lagging. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's awful. Man, I wish it was me just being a dick, but no, it's just me being a goober and a half. Oh god, you guys already going? Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Wait, keep him feared? Keep him haymakered? Oh god. Switch. G as well as Parasite already going at it with one another. G goes in for a big haymaker, but takes a couple of bites out of Parasite, trying to see if he can retreat onto the bridge, maybe get himself some second wind healing. But Parasite able to maneuver around there with a glaive toss, able to get a dot, bleed rolling on top. G trying to see if he can get away from the warrior. Why he's got himself the biggest defenses available. Looking to go for a meta to juke him out. What is this? I've never seen a Demon Hunter do a juke with a meta, trying to go for a melt to try to see if he can dodge out of the stun. Big damage on G, but also massive damage on a Parasite, and that blade dance just absolutely haymakers him. My goodness. Do you have a battle message trinket, or was that an on-use trinket for damage? I'm not even sure. Blood is going to be up next. Does get himself a step towards Parasite, trying to see if he can dodge around Trinket with an immunity, trying to make sure that the Rogue does not get himself a proper go. Sigil of Fear does not catch him. Is going to go for a bit of a flip off of the bridge. Get the shot right after. Massive secret technique. Parasite with a blur, at least able to get himself a little bit of defense. Got himself a full stun into Blood. Massive blade dance with a big eruption. Cloak of Shadows last second to save him. And Blood is going to go for a bit of a vanish. Parasite was able to recover all the health in the world from just that little combo. All the souls generated from Elysian Decree, able to fuel him back up to full while in meta. He's also got plenty of leech in there too. Kid you no doubt. I got executed at like 20% HP. I gotta look back at it. I didn't even get to use Hellstone. I gotta look back at it, man. That was so fast. The amount of damage. What? I think Blood is just kind of through a towel. That or something's happening on his end. I'm not really sure. He might be gone, might be AFK, might have disconnected. I think I'm okay with Parasite just putting him down. He's trying to give him as much time, but we also want to make sure we get some games in before dampening gets super high. Chaos is going to be up next, playing out the Demonology Warlock. I like the way he looks. Look at the shoulders, look at the whole getup, look at the whole get. It's going to be a full burst out of Parasite. Mortal Coil sent in. Chaos able to land a Fury on the guy as Parasite does walk by the eye, able to pick it up. It's 5% more damage taken. All the demons are summoned up, trying to see if we can just distance away from all of them. Wall out for Chaos, the most amount of defense possible. Demon Dog is charging around the corner. Got himself a Fel Lord on that corner, but Parasite able to avoid him completely. Still, it's a lot of pets that are surrounding Parasite, able to avoid them, but he's chasing after Chaos. The man needs himself a gateway. Might need to get a gateway right now, taking that gate. And Parasite leaping in right after him. Big Demon Dog is on someone in, but mad damage to the Chaos. Not much you can really do in that situation. As Parasite picked up a bit of health. Is it Delechu or is it Rogue? Looks like it's going to be Delechu up next. The Rogue having to back up out of it. Delechu got himself plenty of defensives and offensive channel, and at the same time, Parasite doesn't want to fight him right now. Might be the bad spot. Stun last second as he's in the execute range. Looking to escape, still bleeding out. May not be able to escape. He's trying to see if he can keep himself alive. Got plenty of mobility. Trying to stay ahead of Delechu. Is going to go for Elysian. That's going to let him pick up a couple of souls. Not a much healing at 12%. He actually doesn't even rip souls out of the guy. I don't think he does. I think he only rips souls if he hits somebody. I don't think he just spawns them, does he? He's going to be Sigil around the corner, trying to keep some dots rolling in with eventual treat, able to avoid the stun. I think he still got stunned though. Did have to trink out of this one. Stun onto Delechu for just a second. May need something out of this one. Vengeful may not be enough here. Reflect, stun onto Parasite. May be able to live this. Try to see if you can survive. Oh, there's not much you can do. When you're at that low of health, there's literally nothing you can do at the end there. He played as well as he could. I think he was trying to go for eventual retreat, trying to immune a stun, had to trinket, but when you're that far behind on health, there's like, it's rough. It is rough. You're literally just hoping that maybe you'll get a good stun, maybe big eye beam, maybe a bit of burst damage and dip out. You have to get aggressive to heal when all you want to do is get the hell away from the guy that could just execute you in a global. Which is basically what happened there. Gonna be as Zerkers out of Delechu, goes for a full burst onto Hakis. As long as he's able to watch out for the death mark, he might be okay. He won't have himself big defenses for death mark, but able to pressure the Rogue. Rogue trying to get some damage going. Evasion, he's actually fully immune to damage. There goes the big death mark with dance and everything available. Delechu might just get deleted right now. Oh! Didn't even stand a chance once the dots are set and it is over. He is going to have a heart attack from all those dots. Is VMP going to be up next? Garrote to follow, does go in for a cheap shot as Hawk is trying to keep the pressure rolling in onto VMP. I think he might be able to have himself a full go. Cloak is available for Hockey's Death Mark. I keep confusing Death Chakram and Death Mark. He didn't even get a chance to press a cloak. He just died of a heart attack. It's a talent called Sudden Demise. It is so strong. With Sudden Demise, once an enemy is below 10% health, if your dot damage overall, like for its duration, is more than 150% of the enemy's leftover health, it's just immediate death. It's just immediate execute. And it's a very tough execute, especially when you have the death mark on him that doubles all your bleeds. It's really easy to get into that kill range. It's so easy. As Necro throwing out traps in every direction, VMP is going to have to get himself a proper reset. He is playing into adaptation by the looks of it, so he might be in a bit of a weird spot, walking through a volley of Necro, but is able to dive back into stealth, because it looks like volley doesn't really put you in combat. Even though it makes you take damage, it doesn't really count as a damage ability for Necro, which is kind of weird. But Necro back in the camo. Eyes are available for both of them. Necro looks like he's mosing over one of the eyes. Vamp hanging out by the corner. Necro decides against it. He's down in the middle. Could flare down. Flare actually very close to VMP was, but as the man trying to see if he can shift out of there, hanging out by one eye. Necro's on the other. Is going to commit to picking it up. This is where VMP could make a play. If he has himself lined inside, he might be okay. Necro got a flare down in the middle, trying to see if he can charge, meet the Rogue. Death Chakram hits him immediately. Got himself a step with a Garrote. It's going to be a scatter. Knocked back onto the Rogue, which is perfect. If Necro gets himself lined inside, he might be okay. VMP goes in, I think, for an evasion. Looking for a resell for a second. Stun into Necro. Full dots are in. There's going to be spikes back to back. Necro at least got himself a little bit of damage to work with, but he's not in a great spot. The Hunter not feeling all that good. The dots are rotting him down. May need to turtle this really early. Got himself a big defensive, so at least it should help him sustain some of the damage he's taking right now. But VMP does have himself Death Mark back up. I don't know if he wants to use it. Does go for a big knockback into the Rogue. If he can keep the Rogue knocked back in a distance, he could pelt him away. rapid fires, aim shots, arcane shots, slow concussive shots, anything that can help you. VMP swinging around the corner, flare down, and necro dust off some traps down the road, walking away from it immediately, scatter onto VMP. If he can reconnect, I think he already used steps, so he cannot really reconnect all that easily. He got himself the poisons, might be enough. Turtle shell last second as necro does avoid the bleeds, does avoid the kill. He still might die to the dots. Hold on, he still might die to the sudden demise. His health is still low. Hold on, his health is still ticking down low. If VMP gets one spike or something on the guy, he might just say, take him. Does avoid the dots, does avoid the refresh, and is able to get himself a restealth. The eyes are not, oh wait, no, they're active. VMP, I think he should be chasing after the eyes right now. Doesn't want to go for it. They're right there. He has no idea what Necro might be. Necro is perfectly fine, content to sit in camo for as long as possible. Camo as he gets around VMP. He needs himself a freezing trap or something to stop this rogue in his place. Kidney shot, I think VMP will just have him, yeah? He just goes in for a death mark. The shock him with Chicago. I was gonna say when Chicago goes in for Primordial maybe a little early, does send in the pet over to VMP together with a bunch of Stormy Raptors. VMP goes in for a cheap shot, full grow over to Chicago. This is an opportunity for the rogue to go in for full death mark. Sunder does not connect, trying to go for counter strike totem, kidney shot to follow. VMP might be in trouble. That's a lot of dots on Chicago. Chicago might also be in a lot of trouble too. Wall is available. The rogue is melted to the counter strike totem. Does Ellie blast him? He just needed a little bit more time. And then the dots would have melted past Chicago. That was actually kind of close. Parasite picking up 3, VMP picking up 2, almost landing a kill in Chicago. I think he needed to either just back away, let the dots ride the shaman, that or eliminate the totem as soon as he saw it. If he did one of those two things, I think he would have won it, because Chicago, I think even with wall, you still will die to some demise if you're low enough. And plus you have Deathmark walling in, it's basically guaranteed. Just gotta get him to that 10%. Let's get another one going, boys. Check Chicago. Let me know if you guys are ready or if you guys need more help with groups or more bodies or whatever, and I can help out, take over, do all the things we need to do to facilitate even more duels. Laptop died and isn't charging. Oh no, Blood, was that you there? That's unfortunate, man. That is unfortunate, because we were watching you, and at some point you just stopped moving, and we were like, wait, is he okay? Is it good? Did he DC? But that explains it. I think it's broken. That's unfortunate, man. That's unfortunate. Wait, so the laptop dead and isn't charging. I think it's broken. Uh-oh. Is that how you play WoW? I'm also at EU, so on a 200 ping. You're EU. I didn't realize you were EU. What the hell? I didn't realize, like, for a vacation, or do you like live in EU but just have an NA account? No way. When the PS4 controller disconnects mid-game, basically. Alright, so that means you will need... Okay. I'm visiting. Okay, fair enough. So then this is what we'll have to do. Since Blood is unable, he was the lead, he's unable to come back in. 281 crit from a Destiny from Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter, very good, huh? There is a lot of, like, they keep nerfing Demon Hunter, but I think they're just nerfing like very, very specific parts where like the huge core, the powerful core of your kit isn't really all that affected, where it's pretty strong. Gold as a healer, I'm cool with that. Well, if you play Windwalker, I think that would be better. Everybody who's in Team Blood Dagger, if you guys want to leave and join in the group, we're just gonna, since Blood can't get back on, he's lead on that group, and I can't go take over the group, you guys will need to leave the group and reshuffle back over into this other team that we set up. It's going to be again in Molten Core. We'll find us by typing 5 in the search, and you'll be able to find us easily. Who's gold? Just so I can double check. Gold. Wild Imp. Do we invite? Who is gold? Are you actually playing healer for these? Because I don't know if that's gonna work, friend. Kargath, wait. Healer. Who are these? Are you? You are the healer, are you? Are you DPS? Let's get Deletion back in. Let's get Top G back in. That's gonna be... I think we still have a spot, right? Was already. Okay. VMP. We can get you back in, VMP. Hold on. We can get you in. We still need one. So we actually do need a spot. Do need one more. Wait. Show my P mogs to my Q. Hold on. Oh. I like the mog. Just got blue. Blue around the legs, blue around the shoulders and the neck. Wait, are you actually... Okay, you're Windwalker. Okay. I was gonna say, it shows you as a healer. We're gonna do this. We're gonna set you as a damage healer. Just so when you queue up, it doesn't accidentally put you as a Mistweaver. Yeah. Show mugs. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Big monk buffs in a few days. We needed one more. Still we need one more. VMP, if you want to join us, you can come back in, my guy. Level 60. I'm level 60. I'm probably gonna die, man. I don't even have any gear. What's the automobile? Oh no, we're actually about same. Oh god. I'm dead. Oh, I killed a boar and now I just got all the health in the world. Okay, that's fine. Oh god, I'm just dead. Can I hit him with this thing? I'm actually not... I mean, I'm kind of killing him, aren't I? Sorta. Stun? My keybinds are all kinds of off, man. I literally can't see my key bindings. There was a boar that walked by. That's the only reason why I live. Because he pressed combustion. The boar got in the way. I was just to kill. Our blood is back? Okay, we'll take it. I felt like cheating. I didn't mean for the boar to be there. I was just AoEing and then I just got health. My key binds are all kinds of messed up, man. I had to remember, like, they're on 1, 2, and what is it? 1, 4, and 7 of my Naga binds, and I just don't really I don't see them, and I just put them away just so I can have like a free free binds for all my spectator stuff. Wait, that's weird. Okay, Amelita Chicago left. Okay, I will help in a sec. Okay, so Chicago looks like they're Gonski. Parasite is lead, so I'm just gonna have him. I'm just gonna keep him lead. Here, I'm gonna make Kargath lead, just to make this easier on myself. Wait, more Nightborn? I love seeing a lot more Night. Oh, I love seeing more Nightborn out and about, dude. They're so cool. Okay, I'm gonna stop pogging over Nightborn now. I'll help you out in a second there, Parasite. I need. Oh hey, promote you to lead. We're back in. Invite so I can help with groups. Invite friend. Do you think the Demon Hunter nerf is going to affect them a lot? It's going to affect them a little bit for PvE content, like I talked about in my video for like the... Oh! Never mind, everybody's here. We're good. Oh, okay. How bad? Oh, I thought with Chicago gone, you guys were missing bodies. Never mind, we're good. That's okay. That'll work. For some reason, I thought you guys needed more. It's gonna affect them a little, but not too badly. Baneling. Rook. Let's do Black Hole, man. Unable to join queue. Okay, because I'm doing wrong bodies here. Kargath and Baneling. I got Baneling right, but I had Check still as a lead. Yeah, Susie. Hopefully your laptop is still gonna hold on, man. Hopefully that thing is gonna hold on for a little bit longer. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna nerf him a little. I think in mostly AoE environments and some bursty AoE situations, gonna reduce some of their effectiveness, because like the proc rate of immolation and the burst damage of that immolation aura, plus also the sigil damage and the what is it, the fell devastation damage, that is going to be noticeable in AoE content, but I think it's going to not impact them nearly as badly in pure single target. I think it's still going to be okay. Wants to see more Nightburns of 5V5 1v1s. I just want to see more Nightburns in general, not in 5V5 1v1 specifically, just in general out in the open world. I think they're so cool looking. I've been a big fan of the Nightborn ever since they introduced him back in Legion. I don't know why. I don't really know. I just kind of resonated with them. I don't know. I just thought they were really cool, and Legion was a really cool expansion. I really enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun with it. And just something about the Nightborn and the Arc. I think it's because I spent so much time in Suramar, but I never got bored of it. I love Suramar. It was like a really cool elfish city, right? Maybe that's why I really, really liked it. It just felt like, wow, we're back in the elf stuff. Cool, you know? Twitch. We got ourselves Blood back in over a subtle rogue over for the Team 1 with Diabolical joining back in wearing parts, or actually the full set of their new Mog. Kind of trying to mix and match himself with gold. Gonna be back in, which is Kargath actually trying to go for jabs on the VMP. As the man went in, is that full dots? It is full dots. Gold is gonna have a lot of bleeds rolling on him. He's gotta find a way to deal with those. Is that a thing, by the way, that monks had? They used to have a glyph back in the day where when you pop Fort Brew, it would remove all of your bleeds. Imagine if that glyph came back into play. Is that still a thing? Where you could Fort Brew to remove all of your bleeds? I don't think so, right? Gold almost does get the rogue out in the open. Is going to be a sap into a cheap shot. Does get the dots he needs to let the blades kind of sustain a lot of his output. Gold trying to get himself a better position. Step by the rogue kidney shot right after. That's a lot of sustained damage. Gold is going to have to use everything he can to live this. Does not have any more defenses. Might just go down to the sudden doom. Oh, wait, hold on. Big damage. Big kick. Oh, wait. Both of them so low. Last shadow strike by VMP last second. Does have cheat death proccing with advantage. Trying to see if we can bail out of there. That was actually so ridiculously close. I can't believe it. That was nuts. The bleed damage of assassination, dude. People are sleeping on it. Dia gonna be up next, charging on the glorious gladiator mount from previous season. I can't wait until we start seeing green versions of these things. You know what I mean? As VMP got himself at least a bit of a reset sap to fall a cheap shot onto Dia, trying to go for big Kingsbane. I think that's what he was trying to go for. I think this is the sound that I heard. Big damage out of Diabolical because they got himself playing to defense. VMP trying to keep the pressure rolling in. Got the succubus as well as Dia. Diabolical's not really committing a lot of damage. Needs some portals. Needs some instances. Actually, there's the dot damage as well as the eye. The eye just keeps pelting him through the wall. I think he's just gonna let this man just bleed out. He got himself Sippy. It's barely doing anything for you. Got himself one portal. I think it's just gonna be over, right? No cheat death. Yeah, Dia just trying to see if he can play it super safe. Dampening, rolling up little by little. We got about 40 more seconds before dampening really starts to skyrocket as Parth got himself a right angle, big damage, big range of the Dia, able to reach it with that rapid fire after a sniper shot. Sniper shot does give you a longer range and ability, so even if you have a rapid fire rolling in, Dia trying to see if he can back up out of there. Rapid fire, once it starts attacking a guy, it'll channel even if they go behind the pillar. Parth is gonna have to deal with the succubus, at least get sniper shot that thing and eventually maybe kill it. For Dia, it does give him an opportunity to at least get around the pillar. Succubus catches him for a second. Maybe he can go for Mortal Cold. Does need some kind of CC. Soul Fire to follow. Maybe this will be enough damage. Big meatball coming in with an Inferno slamming down. Portals are open up back up for him. Parth trying to see if he can maybe reposition as the shadowy gates and shadowy portals are still gonna barrage him little by little with those bolts of actually second bolts of shadow, right? Oh no, just one. I thought it was just multiple. Does have himself a turret trap surrounded by the pets. Got himself cooldowns rolling in right now with the turtle. Got himself offense and defense, which is not exactly where you want to be, but trying to see if he can maybe reposition away from Dia. If he can catch himself a reset into a camo, he'll be golden. Succubus catching up after him. Maybe he can go for freezing trap. He just needs to get out of combat for a second. Dia is gonna have to cover a pretty long distance if he wants to get back over to Parth. We'll have to use the line of sight in order to be able to make up that distance. Got himself a camo and actually caught a full reset. So Parth is actually a-okay. Dia, if he goes mounting up and maybe picks up the eye, he might be okay. Parth got himself plenty of recovery the longer he stays in this form. Dia does end up picking up the eye. Hopefully the succubus was really close to catching. Parth does get him into combat. I didn't even notice. So Dia, I think, actually positions succubus on the far side. He's going to be on one end. Succubus is going to be in the other. He's hoping the hunter is going to be on the opposite side of where he is at. And hopefully Succubus will be able to get him out in the open. And that bet paid off. Trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a better position. Dark factors up. Going for a gateway just to get up in melee. It's going to be Mortal Cold Fury to follow. Got himself the most up on a CC. Soul Fire with a Shadow Fury. Stunning Part. Needs all the damage. Portals are being open. With Incinerators after mad damage. Oh my. That was just an Incinerate that just absolutely evaporated a good portion of his health. Necro gotta be up next over for the team too. Where's Oh, Parasite is hanging out with the boys. Oh, Parasite is just hanging out. Okay, cool. I'm fine with that. I'm actually perfectly okay with that. Wait, is it not Necro? Looks like it's switcheroo actually. Hockey's instead of having to go from one hunter to the next, it's a rogue. Instead, it's going to be a Diabolicals with a port. At least got himself the Succubus to slow down Hockey, so he's going to do some damage to the Succubus. Cloak of Shadows really early, trying to see if he can commit some damage without any Succubus CC or Mortacles. Full dots of Dia with a Vanish? What is this rogue setup he's got going on? That is a wall out of Dia. Hold on, what'd you hit him with? That wasn't even a dance Kingsbane or anything, was it? Or was it a Kingsbane? Or was that a Kingsbane? Because you didn't send a death mark into him. Did you send a Kingsbane? Try to go for a Garrote, I think, onto Dia. I don't think Garrote worked. That was DR'd. Das got himself at least a reset into a Trinket. Into an interrupt. Full death mark is on him. Got him so Soulfire as the Succubus catches you in place. That's a lot of damage you're taking right now, friend. Dia not in a great spot. Trying to give himself a little bit more health. Trying not to get interrupted. That's going to be a kick. Unable to really go for a full kick. Cares about but still might die to the sudden demise. Got himself shield last second. Hold on a moment. Wait a second. What is happening? Diabolical's trying to see if he can kill him. Isn't able to. Takis does end up melting down the Warlock. That is so much damage in the Death Chakram or Death Mark. But I think with Delete You, you're just going to bloop up to his name and delete the man, take him out of the game very quickly. Necro is going to be up next versus the Warrior. If the Warrior is careful enough, if he's using his Reflect well enough, he'll be in a great spot. Oh! He saw it! Wait, while you camoed, yeah, you don't want to throw out freezing traps because he saw where the freezing trap was. He just walks up with a Reflect, stops your whole opener. It's going to be disarmored afterwards. Big survival of the fittest for Necro. As they're trying to get himself a little bit of survivability here, slow on to Delete You with the silence as well as the damage and healing reduction. As Necro's still taking huge hits, even though Delete You's doing less damage because of the chimeric poison. It doesn't matter. Necro is still just getting absolutely chopped up by the Warrior. Got himself Reflect. This way, Necro has himself freezing trap, waiting for it. Does he get another camo? I don't think he does. He's gonna have to find a way to buy himself some time until camo is back up. Look at him, shambling bones, just trying to see if he can run away. As Necro is ready for it, man. Stormbolt, Scatter, perfectly set up, but still unable to hold the Warrior long whatsoever. And I think Necro realized, oh, maybe not. I was thinking he stood in place for a moment. No hell whatsoever. Delete You just throw a weapon at him once. Wait a second. Hold on a moment. Wait. He's still... Does he make it out of there? Oh, I was gonna say, Parasite needs to go through 3. You gotta go through Delete You, Top G, and Blood Dagger if he wants to win this one. Kind of zooming all over the place. I can't even keep track of this man. Demon Hunters so fast you literally can't see him. They are literally a blur. Stun onto Parasite. Goes in for mad hits onto Delete You. As he goes in for a Reflect, maybe he could reduce some of the magic damage taken. Big explosion. And Delete You left with no health whatsoever. Got himself whatever healing he can. I think a Warlock Hellstone just to barely keep him afloat. Trying to see if he can walk away from Parasite. Second wind slowly finally kicking in, but Parasite stops it before it really even begins. Top G or Blood Dagger are gonna have to be next up. It looks like by the way Top G is dancing, I don't think he's going to be next at all. Parasite versus the Rogue. Goes in for a step. Cheap shot. I think it's going to be Mad Burst. Parasite has no answer here. I think it's over, right? The fact that you lived is insane. How are you going to make it out of... Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, how are you going to make it out of this alive? He can't. So he's like, okay. We're done. That one goes to Blood Dagger. I feel like... I don't like when the games end that early because like you don't get the tally for Blood Dagger, but that should go to him. That's just nothing you can do. It's just not what you can do. Let's get us another one going, boys. Yeah. On a mas. Let me know Kargath and Baneling if you guys need more bodies. 420, 430. God, NA is like miles ahead of you with duels. Let me know if you need more bodies. Also, yeah, haven't heard from Conan in a bit now. Think he is an gamer. Let me know if we need more bodies, friend. I'll go 30. Awesome. My thing is charging. We good? Awesome. Hell yeah. Hopefully that little guy, little laptop of yours, holds on strong a little longer here. Let's do Tiger's Peak. No, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do Lord Iron. I have to literally say it out loud, Lord Iron, just to get the spelling right. It's like a very much what we learned in school back in Russia, like how to spell out English words. You just basically say it out loud, but try to use like the Russian letters to match the letters of the English. So like, let's say you have the word Lordaeron, right? You have the AE in there, and as Russians, you would just not really have a concept as to why it's there. So when you have the word Lordaeron, you wouldn't have an AE in there. But if you do it like a Lord Iron, you would remember it. And it's little things that it's still, my brain still like organizes words like that. I don't really know. I would just call it Lord Iron. Fix it. All right, we're good. Beautiful. Switch. Didn't even get a mouse. What the hell? Didn't even get a mouse? What do you mean? Are you using like a pad? I mean, Touchpad Warrior does that, doesn't he? That's like his shtick. So technically it's doable. Gonna be Parth first up over for the Team 2 versus Top G. We're missing one over for the Team 2. Hopefully they'll load in just a minute. But Parth got himself full dome down. Try to see if he can get himself some survivability away from Top G. Got himself a bit of a knockback, but Top G leaping right in. He doesn't even get no knockbacks are gonna keep this man down at all. Parth having to go for survival of the fittest. Does he have any more survivability? Got himself at least a little bit of explosive damage with the Death Struck. I'm trying to go for a Shadow Meld into a Reflect back freezing trap. He just gave up. He's just done. Top G is just all up in his face, all up in his hair. At this point, he's just trying to do whatever he can just deal with him. Parasite up next. Top G just taking that momentum from one onto the next. This Parasite backing up out of there. Vengeful retreat. Fear by Top G. Trying to see if he can maybe keep that momentum going. Stun onto Para, who's taking quite a bit of damage. Got himself stunned back onto Top G. Full damage in the ready. Big blade dance right after. Massive output stun to follow. I think he just almost had him on 100-0 in a back-to-back stuns, but Top G barely surviving. He got himself lots of healing. This is where Parasite wants to try to see if he can avoid giving Top G those bloodthirst heals whatsoever. Top leaping away. He's not going to be able to escape a Demon Hunter that easily. It's one of the more mobile classes in the game. Charging back in, trying to go for some pressure. Parasite is able to slay him and consumes the man soul very quickly. What the hell? Hold on. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Hockey. Why did Hockey just blast out Blood Dagger? I'm sorry? Okay. I have no idea what happened. Hockey just blasted him out. Parasite versus Diabolical, so those are the guys that are meant to be dueling. Okay, I think we figured it out. I am not sure. Got himself a full I-beam with a full meta as Diabolical's chasing Pyro with a Mortar Coil, breaking out of him with a Trinket. Big explosive onto Diabolical, trying to give him a bit of damage. Parasite looking not that great right now. Health-wise, he's still got meta, so it's a lot of leads that maybe will help him recover while available for Diabolical's able to go for a fear onto Parasite, trying to go for some damage. Parasite utilizing the line of sight and trying to see if he could steal some health from the Infernal. Mad hits onto Dia with the stun. That's going to be a big Hellstone. Shot him a last second for Para, just fading into the darkness away from line of sight of Diabolical, trying to stay on top of the Warlock as best as possible. Reflect up for Dia. Parasite taking a bit of the sustained damage, just switching between the pets behind the pillar or damage onto Diabolical. Needs to be very, very careful with a succubus. You see Dia trying to get himself a better angle. He got himself at least some distance. Maybe he can go for Mortar Coil just to give himself a little bit more healing. Not in a great spot. Mortar Coil sent in. Para able to immune it with eventual retreat. That's going to be succubus last second. Oh, but the immolation aura as well as the bleeds from the glaives already had Diabolical so low that he does end up ticking down little by little. Delete You is up next. Trinkets out of this one. Parasite does get hit with the fear, does consume a bunch of souls though. That his souls are just going to get cleaved away by Delete You. Parasite just got himself a smidge of recovery, and Delete You decided to delete those souls out of existence like that never happened. Just banish them with just the pure might of this barbaric fury warrior. Parasite not in a great spot, trying to use mobility to escape stuns, use defensively. Just where Delete You has the full advantage in the situation into an prison. and he knows it's going to be second wind kicking in. For Parasite, he just needs some time. He just needs some cooldowns. Got himself vengeful retreat. Is able to immune a stun. Right now, he can actually go in. There's nothing that Delicia could really do to stop him. Got himself reflect to at least dampen some of the chaos damage. Goes in for a hit and one while Metamorphosis form is active. Able to recover a little bit of health, but still playing super defensive. Sigil down onto Delicia. At least able to go for a bit of damage over time. Overall, onto the Warrior. Got himself a Blade Dance. Delicia is actually taking a little bit of damage. Starting to see a little bit worse for wear. Needs a stun right now. Next for Parasite, but might not even have it. Oh, Parasite somehow just picked up a bunch of damage out of left field with gold. Catch him in the cap. Does he have a leg sweep? Trying to see if he can root him in place. Para does have a trinket by the looks of it. Stun onto gold. Big explosive. Mad damage. Karma is going to be able to reverse a lot of this. Para trying to see if he can back up out of there. Imprison onto gold for a second. As soon as he hits him in the prison, all that damage that he was doing to the Karma at least removes it for a moment. All those dots. And he's able to go back in. Demonic Eye Beam into a Blade Dance. Gold got plenty of damage at the ready. Stuns. Finally, hopefully waning. Gold needs himself a big go. Lexi for the Para has a trinket last second. It's a lot of damage out of the Monk. Able to pick up a lot of pressure. Hold on. Parasite is actually looks like he's getting turned around on a little bit. Zuen, full CDs out of the Monk. Does he have enough? That's going to be a little bit of Chaos Strikes. Fist of Fury had the Demon Hunter locked down for just a second, but not enough to take him down just yet. With blood, last one left over for the team one. Parasite got nothing. No trinket, nothing available. I think it's just going to be down for the count, right? Unless some way, somehow he lives it. Stun, last second, does not have the immunity anymore. Sigil of Fear onto the Rogue, avoids it completely. Does at least get the Rogue in combat a little bit there. I've been right after. Maybe can turn this around somehow. Big Sigil, maybe can pick up some health. Does pick up some healing while Metamorphosis is active. Gives him a little bit more leech. No. Cloak of Shadows for blood. Does end up taking him. With VMP? No, it is VMP. VMP up next versus Blood. Does he just give up after killing the Demon Hunter? Maybe he realized that, you know what? Dampening too high. That's it. That's all I can do. You just death mark him. I think he saw that he was going up against Assassination Rogue and he was like, you know what? That's about as best it could do. That was a 5-minute game. Parasite with 4. This man is an absolute unmitigated monster. These Warriors, though, were matching him point for point. Diabolicus gave it the best shot. Subtlety Rogue is the only one that could take him down, but only after the trinket has expired from the DH, and there's only so much you can do at the end there. I want you to honor duel him? The Rogue or who? You two? Okay, we'll get you guys 2 more. We'll get you guys 2 more. Quick invite, pass me lead friend, and I'll take care of everything. Beautiful. Oh, you already have it listed. Let's go. Hell yeah. All right, so if you guys want to join in, group is listed. We need 2 more bodies. Yes, 2 more. Over for the team Parasite. If you guys want to join in, more than welcome to him. 4:30, right? Yeah, 4:30. Here we are. Can just ban rogues though? I mean, we can for a day. Can't just ban rogues. Well, we can for a day. Yeah, if like everybody in chat is like, yo, ban rogues. I don't know if you guys want to ban rogues, right? Who's going to be stopping these demon hunters? Am I right? I want to do Diabolical. We could probably get something like that set up. Maybe we can have Diabolical go first on their team and maybe you go first on the other team. They ban me specifically? Oh no. Ban rogues? Are we actually about to get the rogues out of here? Are we actually about to get the rogues out of here? Oh man. Do we really want to do that? I'll honor duel? We could maybe do some honor. Yeah, if you guys want to do it. For real ban rogues? Even Parasite is like, for real ban rogues. Ban melee? Oh, that would be an interesting one. Make it like a wizard cleave, wizard only duels. Oh, that'd be cool. What's all this rogue hate? It's pretty constant revenge. Let's be fair, right? Come on. Just when you play a rogue, that's part of your class fantasy. Everybody hates you. Going and ping. Ban melee would be awesome. That would be kind of cool. I don't know if we'll be able to do that easily, but that would be awesome to do one day. Caster 5, those will be interesting. Yeah, only the casters. Seavark only fight. Imagine Seavark versus Seavark versus Seavark versus Seavark. That would be some intense battles. Got no chance. Yeah, the MS is pretty high, to be fair. Yeah, 200 ping is a lot. I will agree with that, just because I do have an EU account and playing with that I mentioned MS yeah, it's pretty rough. Well, let's get an invite, man. Skills in the dungeon. Baneling's already in. Check dark. Already hit up dark earlier. Kuro. Hey, Kuro. Wanna join some? Ask him, see if he wants to join in. Mash. PB&J Party's already in, I think. Cohen. Tank. I could see if I could maybe ask Tickle. Oh, TDK Haras? Yeah. This guy. I haven't met him, but it was just a random warlock that I met in an event through a Covenant. A random guy. Wait, does Wildip want to join in? He is in Arena. Maybe. Hold on. I got some whispers out here. It would be hilarious. Naked 5V5 1v1s, no weapons or anything, just physicals. I think we would just end up like... No, certain classes would actually have an advantage there, wouldn't they? Like rogues can at least fan. The one can't eviscerate, but they can at least fan. Full 5v5 with caster would look so dope. Oh yeah, that's for sure. Maybe we can plan for something like that in the near future. I think that'd be kind of cool. Or naked plus weapon, so it's low accurate. Magora. I think melee classes would have an advantage then, because weapons would give them like at least majority of their... Hey. I saw you walking by. It would give them that advantage of because they scale with weapons, right? So then it would be... They actually, I think, would do more damage than casters. Level 10 monk, yes. Level 10 monks. Imagine. Kind of like how we have an SOD, right? Level 25 PvP in Ashenvale, which is actually kind of fun. I was able to do one round and actually like be there to slay one of the bosses, and then we attacked like the lead. We defended a little bit, one of our opposed, and then we attacked like the enemy alliance faction leader, but then we got wiped by the alliance, and all of us got wiped once, so we all ran back to our bodies. As alliance were piling out, we just res back in, healed back up, picked back up, started killing the leader, and by the time the alliance like walked in to attack us, wiped us, walking back, and by the time they were like walking back though, right, as they were walking back, like it takes such a long while for you to run back, even mounted, from the leader to our leader to slay him, but we just res, so like they had to basically stay and play defense the entire time or they lose. So yeah. So I got smacked around by Garrett in the one that is the latest Sham stuff. Yeah, technically Thrall did cheat Magara, didn't he? Like technically. Like Thrall is a fan favorite, so like, you know, I feel like you in a way gets a pass. But yeah, he did kind of cheat, didn't he? But yeah, we got a group listed if you guys want to join in. We need 2 more bodies for Team Parasite, and we'll be good to go. Kargath, let me know if you need more bodies on your team, yeah? Or at least hopefully let me know. Every time you sap me, like I keep thinking like, oh no, there's an actual like threat out here. I mean, I feel like Blood Dagger could kill me any moment. Let's be fair here. But it's like, I kept thinking it's like some random rogue that's just out here ganking lobbies, but it's just Blood saying hello. But it's like every time I keep like going high alert, like, oh no, it's an actual like another random, because normally I used to be snapped up by a hunter who would go over here, or would go over here, or would go over here and just snipe me. So used to that specifically. We're Gucci? Hell yeah. So we still do need 2 more homies. And I'll scour through my list, see if they have anything available at all. Hey. Hey. Dude, look at this rogue with vanishes, man. It's actually kind of a lot here. You know what I mean? Wait, Karga switch to Pally? Oh, let's go. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Do viewers get to fight down himself? I think that'd be kind of fun. A majority of you guys enjoy the whole spectator match and the flyby camera stuff, like a huge majority of you, because it's more unique than just watching me PvP. But I'm not against it, not entirely. Only duel I've ever seen Dal do is he cheated. Only duel I've ever seen Dal do and he cheated. Wait, you mean today? When it was me versus the mage and there's like a board that just got kind of in the way. I mean, that board saved my life, honestly. I didn't I didn't plan for it, but I'll take it. You know what I mean? We need to run a dungeon of summon sometime. My gear plus metamorphosis is absolutely nutty. Pretty much soloed SFK last night. Yeah, I'm down for it. The thing is though, I don't have too many dungeons where I can get my pre-best in slot stuff. Like most dungeons, I already got like the dagger from SFK, and that's really about it. I mean, there's some items I can get here and there, like the chest from Wailing Caverns, but like majority of my better gear really comes from the raid BFD. So I think I just gotta start running the raid, and hopefully I'll get like lucky on a lot of the items in there. And if I get lucky on those, that's really about it. That or like some random quest way out in the open world. I'm full plebs right now, so I'm sad. I'm full pre-bis. Yeah, I'm not pre-bis at all, but I think most of my gear comes from the raid itself. I mean, I guess I should probably look. I'm sure like Warcraft Tavern maybe has like the full pre-bis and everything available there. Did you used to compete in duels? I remember watching them as well. Yeah, I used to. Way back. Because there was like no spectator mode. I basically was like, well, I want to show the duels, but I guess I should, you know, the only way to do it is to be the cameraman running around showing the duels from my perspective, but also meant I had to compete in duels as well. So that's kind of how I did it for the longest. And then found that you can do the whole spectator thing, that it's like, well, we could take the worst player out of the match, me, out of the equation, add somebody who's more fun to watch, and I can still do my whole spectator thing and commentate and all that stuff. Cyberslash is Salmon along single target fights. Yeah, so I looked it up a little bit with Warcraft Tavern in terms of their guide. You will not run Saber Slash as the tank build for Rogue, but Saber Slash is basically worth spamming over Sinister Strike because of the overall damage. Are you punching me? The fact that I absorbed a punch. Oh, you went naked. That's why. Okay. The fact that you punched me and I absorbed it, I was like, there's no shot. I feel like I should have gotten one shot with a punch alone. But yeah, so Warcraft Tavern did the math and they were like, yeah, just spam Saber Slash. And I looked at a couple of logs in Classic, some of the more recent ones, and yeah, people just spam Saber Slash. Even like the tank builds that run for damage, they'll just spam Saber Slash. Not a lot of tank builds use May Gauche, the defensive version of Sinister Strike. Oh wait, the hell? Who just imprisoned me? Was it somebody just imprisoned me? Hold on a second. Wait, who imprisoned me? I swear I just got imprisoned by somebody. That's what wait, that's what they were talking about. Playing SAD, yeah, pretty fun so far. Yeah. Me and Jake both have a 25 character on Lone Wolf EU, so we've been kind of playing together here and there. I don't think it's needed at all. It is technically defensively, if you are trying to be a full-on tank, that will give it 10% more mitigation of parrying. That being said, in Classic, probably not necessary, unless they like have some fights where you just take a ton of damage. I don't think it's necessary. Yeah. Wait. Oh, hey, Parasite. I'm not dead? Somehow I'm not dead. You hit me with in prison and then dropped the thing on me. Oh, you got some homies coming in. You got company. Hey Blood, you might want to go help him real quickly. Why am I getting blinded? You blinding me actually reset my real ID. What the hell? God damn it. Okay, so we still need 2 more, right? Yeah, we still need 2 more. Let me see if Wilden was joining. Hey friend, would you be interested in joining? Joining. Alright, so we gotta, maybe we can get Wild Imp in. Who else can I invite? I guess I could ask Tickle, but I think he's probably doing his own thing on stream. And I did message Tank, but he didn't really say anything. If you guys get homies you want to invite for these duels, more than welcome to, by the way. Oh, let me see if Sensei is on. No. Did I ask Mash? I did. Okay. I also noticed, I said a couple of times now on streams, but every time we do duels on Fridays, I feel like everybody on the NA is active. And then whenever we do duels on Saturdays, it feels like everybody on the EU is now like, now everybody's in EU hops on. Almost makes me think like, maybe I should switch him up. Wait, maybe I could ask Kevin. I know he's been on SATA grind. Hey Kevin, wanna join one match of 5v5s? See if he's down for it. There's no fight where you're looking at a ton of physical damage. It's nearly either all magical or split. Yeah, that's true. I think it's being able to reduce physical damage taken by 20%. Isn't that kind of big? Or am I wrong about that? I mean, maybe you needed that because other classes are plated, right? So they reduce more physical damage naturally. Kevin is about to level his second level 25 in SOD. Maybe I should level an extra character over on the NA. The fact that you're gonna phase the goggles. What? The only two hard bosses in the game are magic damage focused. Yeah, I wonder if that 28% DR that for physical damage is enough to make you just as good or about the same as the other tanks. Last boss tank strat is funny AF. One tank just tanks it until they die, then you combat res them and do it all over again. Then the off tank just holds for the final 20%. Is that how you do it? For sure, try not RP PvP Roman Chaos Bolt. Super fun, recommend. I got a level 25 on EU Lone Wolf. I might need to level something on NA also. Yeah, because I already do have a guy. Alright, well, I asked everybody on my BNet to invite. We might have to call it here a little early. Let's give it like 5 more minutes, chat. If the groups are filling, then we'll get a rundown. Otherwise, we may just call it a little hair early, but basically this will be about the time when we'll be ending the stream. There's a 4% avoidance talent and a 4% spell mitigation talent in subtree. You think that's going to be good? That actually might be good as we get into higher ranks, though. Who knows? Oh, okay, we'll need an extra body. Because Wildem said he'll be down to join in. Let's get at least one more in then. One more. Uno mas, boys. So if Wildem joins in, we'll need an extra body. Who else gonna pester? By chance. Oh, hey, are you gonna... Oh, that's what you were doing. You hit him with the imprison and then running off. You are playing an unused damage trinket. I just noticed. There it is. Cool. So we'll need one extra. Let me see if Ball. Looks like both of them are in. Because Ball does share an account. Robodrum. Does ASAP by chance want to join in? Maybe. Okay. Well, with Wild Imp, we can maybe get him in. He'll pretty much respectful and conscious of the time. Yeah, I'll look into it. I'll see what realm Manchix plays on, and maybe I'll do that. Get Seavark back in. I think Seavark went to do some keys or something. Pocket shout out. Yeah, more than welcome to, man. That'll work. Fab video. I like the name, but we already got basically a full group. We're just waiting for Wild Imp. We're just waiting for him to finish up his solo shuffle, and then we'll get a full game. Hopefully. Dagger ready? Oh no. Wait, that's a lot of rogues. You know what? What? Breath of Notharian? Huh? I just got torched. What the hell is Breath of Notharian? Is it like a trinket or a toy? It literally set me on fire. What? I just looked at the chat. Delegate ready. I'm like, huh? Immediate sap or blind and then torture me. By the time I reacted, it was over. So good. Down on fire, basically. What's up, Adha? Okay, well, Wild Imp, we got a full group. I want to get Fab video in here, but we only got 3 rogues on this team. Also, if you could just let Wildem go first, hopefully he won't have a worst matchup ever. Just so my mans could actually get a chance to play. If you could just be like, hey, Wildem, you want to go first? Just so you actually get an opportunity here. I'd appreciate it. As soon as he gets back to me. That's the helm? Is that, oh, is the Angie thing. Okay. Does anybody actually use that for damage ever? Is it passive? Or do you actually have to be like channeling it? Because if it's passive, then... yeah, I guess the question is, do people actually use it? Wait, this guy looks like literally Sarkareth. Hold on a second. This guy literally looks like Sarkareth. Oh, almost. As close as you can to Sark. You got the eyes and everything. I actually kind of like that. I think somebody did end up looking like just literally like Sarkareth before. That's actually a really cool look. Honestly. It's a meme? Okay, okay. If it's a channel, then it's definitely not worth it. Am I about to get torched again? Hold on a second. I am ready. This time I'm prepared. I'm getting slapped twice. I get blackjack. What the hell? Please. No. Please, no. Where are you? Did you just run off? It did run off. What the hell? Trying to keep him on toes now. Even duels be like nerf rogue and then duels be like nerf DH. That is an admission. Dude. Maybe. Dude, if you cry out loud enough, man, they will. That's the thing. They actually will. Rogue's already getting him a little bit nerfed. Oh, no, I didn't mean for him to get attacked. Not like that. Alright, we'll give... hopefully Wildem will be done with his match soon-ish. I'm waiting for a whisper. I'm gonna get on Moss in here. Yo, hopefully Kargath, you have a full team still ready to go. I do apologize for taking this long to get a group going. There is the boy. The prodigal son returns. Yo, could you guys let Wildem go first, by the way? Just like let this man get a chance to play, because I don't know who's gonna be here long at all. Yeah, awesome. We'll send it to Parasite, and we'll get a group going real fast. What's up? Tigers. I was about to say, what map have we not done yet? We haven't done Tiger Speak. Please don't kill me as we queue. I don't know what will happen if I'm dead and I try to queue. Wildem, I don't know if you're in chat or not. You know, team 2. Just be like, yo, Wildem, just go first. Just before dampening kicks in, have some fun. Get this guy a game or two. What's up, Foxy? How you doing, my man? How you doing, bud? Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good one. We've gotten 420, 430, 432. And they just hit 432 games. How you doing, by the way, Foxy? Hope you're having a good one. You're playing SOD, you're playing some retail. What you into right now, my guy? Hope you're doing good. Switch. Got ourselves 3 rogues. I know it's 3 rogues, but we're just gonna have to run with it. We got Blood Dagger over on team 1 with Diabolicals on that team to leech you with Pearl X as well as Top G over on the team 1. Team 2 is very much agility heavy with Hockeys. We got us as Parasite. Sprigget, we got us as VMP. And Wildem, but this man setting up a gateway. Sprigget, please, no, wait, hold on a second. Oh, okay. Wait, Sprigget, no, wait, oh, okay. He just wanted to go in for a little love tap on my man Pearl. That's all he wanted to do. Big Fell Lord dropping in, Wildem just unloading meatballs back to back with a handle Godans, going in for a port, trying to see if he can meet Pearl with a Mortal Coil. Actually, very aggressive Mortal Coil. Got himself a pretty big shield already. And Pearl with a bubble imp needs a way out of this situation. Not feeling all that good. Blind right after. Does go in for the sun as soon as the bubble does fall apart with a hand to go down. Got himself even more pets joining him. Wildem not really looking good health wise. Might have to go for Warlock House and does go for the Lockstone with a fear onto Pearl. Needs a little bit more damage onto Pearl. Not a lot of health available for the Warlock though. Might be in trouble. Hold on a second. Almost just made it disappear. I think he's just dead. Oh no. Oh no, Pearl does go for a bit of a reset with a what's it called? Laying hands. Why am I drawing a blank there? Wildem, no. Paladins, man. Trinket out for VMP. Full dots of the Pearl. Unless he got himself a Blessing of Protection, he might just be done for the count. Needs a bop right now. Unless you just die, you're gonna have a heart attack. And a heart attack. Actually, that timed it really, really well. I didn't think this man would go around and just envenom you like this. But there it is. With Top G gonna be up next. VMP did just send in some of his best damage into the Paladin. So you won't have those for Top G at all. So now the Warrior can really use the Rogue as a punching bag. He does have a vanish, so he does have an escape. I think he has evasion still. There's going to be immediate trigger for Top G as soon as the stun comes out. Does not want to sit it long whatsoever. Immediate Fiora into VMP as soon as he goes in for a cloak. There goes the Haymaker, knocking him down for just a minute. Just chopping up the Rogue as he goes in for a blind with a vanish. Doesn't want to get defensive though. Using the vanish just to get himself, I think, another go. Whirlwind almost gets him out in the open. Isaac going to get picked up. VMP is in a position where he needs to go in for some kind of an opener. Shiv onto Top G, got at least full dots rolling in. All damage is in. Top G just got to be very, very careful with his health. Needs to utilize his healing as best as possible. Quite a bit of damage out of the Rogue there. Looks like he's actually catching up with Top G a little bit. No defense available for MP. Got himself a shadow step to at least get away, but a Stormbolt does rattle his senses for a second, stunning him in place, and Top G able to go in for a back-to-back hits. Is it Parasite next? Is it? Or is it a Rogue? Is it Hockey's? I think it's trying to figure out who's going to be next. Is it Hockey's? Is it Para? They're both trying to figure out who's going to be next. I think it is Para. Hockey's is backing up out of there. Top G versus Para. It's going to be a bit of a rematch. Those two have dueled each other a lot. Even Top G is like, huh? Who am I fighting against? I throw his hands in the air, confused. Looks at Parasite trying to give him that honorable bow. Top G giving him that honorable roar. Both of them with the ready. Sigil dropping down. Top G barely avoiding it. Is going to be a Stormbolt immediately as Parasite has to take all the damage in the opener. Trying to see if he can go for a bit of an I-beam. Might give him a little bit of that leech in order to start surviving. Big stun on Top G. Massive blade dance off of that eruption. That's just so much out. Parasite trying to see if he can back up out of there. Able to get himself a minute to CC for a second after that vengeful retreat. Top G borrowing a lot of health right now, has himself a Warlock house in case he needs it, as Parasite trying to get himself a bit of a better angle versus the Warrior leaping around the corner with the Reflect. Got himself Stormbolt, does at least stun Parasite, but Top G is dotted with that Sigil, not gonna feel any better. Cannot catch any kind of that second wind healing at all, and with a Blade Dance does get taken out. That Blade Dance is so strong. Parasite didn't even have to commit a lot of cooldowns there. For Top G, he was just able to methodically take him apart little by little, one at a time, which does put him in a much better situation versus Diabolical specifically. Parasite should have everything available here. I-beam with eventual treat. He's expecting a CC out of Diabolical immediately. Try to go for a meta, looking to catch up, but the slow out of the succubus is going to be slowing him down. Does Trinket in order to break out of the Infernal stun. Going to be a Fear Wall available. Every defense is available for Dia. This is where Para is going to try to see if he can control him with a Sigil of Fear. As soon as he goes in for the gate, trying to catch up to him. Big Sigil, mad damage on the Diabolicals. Needs some kind of healing. Does he have a Mortal Coil? He does not. Parasite has everything available. Full pressure to Dia. Nothing can stop him. It just lets it rip. Just sands everything of the guy. And he does have immunity. He doesn't think have no meta. Definitely does not have a meta. He used that one already. Shadow Meld as well as Vengeful Retreat and an immunity with Netherwalk versus Delete You. Maybe it'll be enough right now. Trying to use the mobility. Vengeful does not stop the stun. Tried to go for Reflect. I don't even know what he reflected back at the guy. Para not in a great spot. Maybe look at an immunity really early here. He's just bleeding out. Hold on. Does he just die to a dot? Wait a second. I think Para barely alive. Barely surviving. Got himself a Sigil around the corner. Needs someone to give him a little bit more health. If you can put some dots onto Delete You, that leech healing is at least going to help him recover even a smidge of health. Does get a stun around the corner. Full I-beam with the ready. Big clear to follow. Massive hit and run. Got himself eventual retreat. Big hit and run. Picked up a little bit of health from Delete You. And trying to see if he can get out of there. Delete You did end up pressing a big defensive though. Quick and Prism. Parasite needs to find a way to keep the dots rolling into Delete You so he doesn't get that second wind healing, but he's able to recover a lot of health. There isn't much you can do. Parasite has to take the L there. Has to take and let Delete You recover all that healing. That is so much where you can just heal up so fast. Parasite is trying to save midair as best possible. Delete You doesn't stun him. He's learned whenever he sees the Demon Hunter Vengeful Retreat, he knows I'm not going to stun him until he lands on the ground. Until his feet touch the ground, he's a no-go zone. Cannot touch this man right now. As soon as Parasite is down, doesn't have a way out to break out of this one. Stun, does catch him, try to see if he can meld it, was not able to meld it properly with his stun to follow right after. Literally does not have a trick anymore by the looks of it, so might be actually in all trouble. Massive set of souls are going to be fueling Parasite with the sigil of Elysian Decree, dropping down another blade dancer to delete you. The man got a lot of aggression right now with a full blade sigil of fear to stop him, placing with the sigil of fire to rot him down. Not much he could do, and Parasite waited out long enough until he got some cooldowns, big hit and runs, let him recover a ton of health, with Blood Dagger going to be up next. Immediately hits him with a stun, big meta right afterwards. Cloak of Shadows for blood as he goes in for immunity, kind of preparing it ahead of time. He got a full flagellation onto the Demon Hunter, trying to see if he can catch a reset, will not let her get a reset whatsoever. He goes in, hits him with a couple bleeds, backs up out of there right afterwards. Blood Dagger does catch himself advantage really quickly. Blade Dance to follow. Kidney Shot into Parasite. Does not really have any way to stop it, but it looks like the Kidney Shot is very, very DR. Trinket out of Blood Dagger. Try to see if you can reposition behind the far side by the Tiger statues, but Parasite chasing after him. Does hit him with a Sap Dome. Does not last long. I think there's still some kind of a dot still rotting Parasite down. I think maybe a Rupture does go for the evasion. Blood Dagger got plenty of big defenses. That sigil erupts. Is going to give a lot of souls to Parasite. Next Kidney Shot could be very deadly. Blind is huge. Blood Dagger able to avoid the fell devastation out of that second demon that spawns in for Para. He's going to be able to catch him before he can go for a stun. Full burst. Is it going to be enough though? I think Blood Dagger realizes it's just over. Does end up wiping him out. My goodness. Ah, that's a lot of damage. And you got pretty low a couple of times there too, especially against the warrior. I thought there's no shot he's going to escape it, right? There's just no way he's going to be able to escape it. But does end up climbing out on top. Alrighty, boys. Do we have enough for another one? For one more? For the road? Or are we done? Question. Do we have full teams? Because if you still got full teams, we'll go again. Okay. I can. Yeah, if we got full 5 games, he's... Wildem said go not grand. We can do not grand. I am down. Missing one. Okay. Invite. We need one more. We'll give it like a couple of minutes. We'll see if we can fill out the group with a Parasite. Oh, we dropped the Rogue. That's fine, actually. So maybe we could swap them out. Or we did have another Rogue trying to join us. At this point, I'm not super picky how many of each class to get in each team. I just want to fill out a team if possible. Pearl's offline, I think. Is he switching or is he offline? He might be switching over characters, but we'll find out in a bit here. Both offline. Diabolical offline. If both of them are offline, then we might be done for the night? Question mark? White Rogue? Yeah, if we got a spot. Wait, Drywall Punching Kyle is your name? That's hysterical. I love it. That is so good. Alright, we'll try to see if we can... Wait, invite? Wait, did you mean to switch characters? Or were you logging? Wait, Lock Tark? I can get him in. Hold on. This will get us a bit of variety. Ricky Dark? We don't need Ricky Dark for now, but I appreciate you. The other team may need extra bodies though. Swapped? Are you Lock? Kargath. You are? Okay. Oh no, okay. The other team is missing a guy. Okay. We'll do it like this. Really quickly. Parasite, back lead. You guys are good. Team is set. Everybody that were just in Team Kargath, could you leave that team and join this new group real quick? I want to see how many bodies we can get. Anybody that wants to join in, we got a fresh one for Molten Core. Feel free to join in. If you're with the team, the Paladin that I want to offline on the other team with Blood and everybody, join me real quick. We'll try to see if we can reset it. Draw will join the other team. Yeah, we can do that. I can get Blood. We can get everybody in. I'm not super picky about which classes we have. Just hope we don't get like a 5-man rogue team. That's really about it. Parasite make people rage quit all the 4. Why am I getting blinded by you? Why am I getting breathed on by? I can't even escape it. I'm just dead. Fat Booty Ho. Okay, we got him in. The other warrior, you also more than welcome to join us, my guy. We'll still need 2 more. If the other warrior joins in, only one more, and then we'll need a +1 still. And hopefully we'll be able to put a group together. I delete you. There you go. And yet he's the only one making DH work. I mean, DHs are really, really good outside of duels, like with a healer or in like a solo shuffle scenario, right, where you have a full team. But in a 1v1 setting, they haven't really been shining that much until Parasite popped in. There was another DH back in Shadowlands over on the EU that kind of made it work. When DHs weren't really all that survivable, he started playing. All of them were like Night Fae for a while. They were just bursty and just trying to one-shot people, but not really survivable. But then one guy, I forgot who it was, but he went Necrolord with the shield and the demon that you could summon. And if you get enough demon procs, the amount of healing that would do was nuts. And then this, like, then people realized, wait, demon is actually very survivable. It's a lot better in 2s and 3s and everything. So then more people started playing it because nobody really played it before, because everybody were told, oh, numerically, Night Fae is the best damage-wise. And it's like, Necrolord wasn't that bad damage-wise, but like, wasn't as good if you were looking like pure numbers. But Necrolord had the big survivability factor if it procced a lot. People started playing it, they started nerfing it, people kept playing it, they kept nerfing it. And it's still really, really good. And people would have kept playing it now if it was still a talent that was available. People would still be playing it currently. Pally is still in training. All good, all good. We do need uno más. One more for this team and we'll be good to go. Team Parasite is ready. Team Kargath, or Kargath is against part of the other team now. Oh, hold on. I have the Troy perfect for this. I need world. No, I need I need Bane, right? Bane. No, oh, why am I getting? Ah, okay. I got King's Bane. Ah, I'm gonna die. Wait, no, I'm not. Almost. I say Kingsbane me. Wait, can you Kingsbane without weapons? That's new. Oh, there it is. We still need one of us and we'll be good to go. Who else can I invite, man? Is Messiah around? Isaiah? He's in Throne of Tides. I'm not gonna bug him then. Game Pancake? Did I invite him? I don't think he actually has a PvP setup or anything. Tickle? Night Owl? Hold on. Hey, Night Owl. We hosting some 5v1s tonight. Need +1 for full team. I see you. Why are you so tiny? Hold on. I need to see what kind of toys you're running. +1. And we good to go. Interested in joining us? Let me ask Night Owl. I don't remember who Night Owl is, but I'm asking anyway. Because maybe they'll be like, yeah. Let me see what buffs you got, by the way. Holy cow. Seawork back in? Okay, Seawork's back in for one more round before he's done. Cool. Perfect. Okay, I'll just make Seawork lead. Just to make it really quick. Alrighty. Then I don't need Kargath, I need... Perfect. We'll do Nagrand to top off the night. Alright, last one for the night, boys. Have fun, enjoy yourselves, do your very, very best. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate ya. This has been a lot of fun. Super fun hanging out with all of you. Does anyone know if Chilpa is okay? It's the second week I haven't seen him. I could always message him, but usually, like, sometimes people just take breaks. Maybe Chilpills is just like capping out Conquest and he's just like chilling. He's waiting to push, but he's just kind of hanging. Or maybe he's just playing some like other games in his free time. Because I don't think he's a classic gamer or anything like that. I think he did play like classic Wrath for a bit. Or maybe he's just like, could be just be chilling. Most of the times people are just taking time off. Because I think a lot of the PvPers, right, the regular PvPers in the WoW community, are also taking like a bit of a breather because right now, like, you can't really push in the season, you can't really get any rewards in the season, so you just kind of gotta AFK until the MMR is high enough. So, yeah. I'm sure they'll make some big sweep and Frostzeek changes. You'll see Chilpa's back in these easily. Switch. Got ourselves team 2 together with a Hockey Shadow over on the road. We got Lochtharx. I'm gonna have a hard time with the name. And with Parasite as well as VMP, with Wild Dim gonna be first up versus Blood Dagger. The Demonology Warlock Prodigal Son returns with a full... Is that chest part of the set? Is it? Hold on. Actually, it might be part of the set. It's hard to tell. You just jump in all over the place. I can't really look at the textures at all. Blood Dagger trying to see if he can get himself an opener as an assassination rogue. Full dots are up into Wild Dim, trying to go for big slows. It's going to be full death mark onto Wild Dim. He might be in a lot of trouble. Does go for the Dark Iron Racial to remove the bleeds completely. Trying to go for random stun onto Blood. Almost connected, actually. Sepsis is up as Blood does have himself a second haymaker, double stun, knockdowns. Oh, the demonic arm just clobbering the rogue down. Not much he can really do in that situation. Top G wants to give this man as much of an honor duel. Wild Dim goes in for a nice little bow. Does pick up a little bit of healing as well. What's up, Iron Hide? Finally catch the stream. How we doing? We're doing fantastic, Mario. Hope you're doing good. We just got to watch Wild Dim pop off versus the rogue. Just absolutely just erase the dots completely. Wait, why is Blood getting siphoned now? What the? He's a little guy. He's just a little guy. Wild Dim getting charged on by Top G. Immediately gonna go for a port, but Top G is ready with the turnaround and charge of the Century. As Wild Dim trying to see if he can summon a couple more fiends out from the nether. Top G with a leap. Immediate slow. Axos, second leap to follow. Doesn't have a charge. There is an obelisk. Should focus on killing those obelisks whenever possible. They did buff the damage of every one of your basic pets as a demonology. Like the Tyrant, not nearly as terrifying, but what's terrifying is the fact that every one of your pets now does more damage. Tyrant is in play, gonna do quite a bit of damage himself, but every one of those base pets is a lot more terrifying because of that Tyrant. They're doing like 15%, 30% more damage because of it. Fear onto Top G for just a second, is able to get the pets back in there. Hopefully he can go for the Axos around the corner. Top G roots the pets for a second, but they are surrounding him from every angle. Axos right after, he's taking big hits, big bites from every single one of them, and Wild Dim just going in, trying to see if he can back up out of there towards the other gateway or towards the other side of the pillar. Does pick up a Warlock Hellstone and Top G find himself a little bit of health, fighting through the damage. There's going to be an obelisk stone through far distance with a Vile Fiend joining back in. Has himself reflect. I don't really know if he can reflect the spittle from the Vile Fiend. Actually, he might be able to. Where's your main pet, by the way? Did you kill your main pet? Hold on. Did he kill your Felguard? Or is Felguard somewhere else? Doomguard does spawn in. He got himself the tier set proc. Doomguard hopefully will have some kind of damage. Fellor joins in with a big knockdown as Axos is coming down. Top G's got a lockdown. He can't really do much. That lockdown with the Fellor is so good. Does have himself a leap around the corner. Wants to go for the big execute. Another knockdown. The Doom Lord does strike one more time as Wild Dim has no health whatsoever. Needs to catch up. I think it's just over. I think the bleeds from the warrior do him in at the very end. Lochtharx going to be up next as an arms warrior versus Fat. Oh, that's such a good name. Full Sepsis as a subtlety rogue. That's going to be a lot of damage. Mad burst with the secret technique. Got himself the eviscerate damage. It's going to be a big stun by Lochtharx. Got himself full burst. Parry up and running his booty. Does end up get himself the Sepsis proc. That is going to be an evasion for the rogue, but still, Lochtharx actually not denying the damage from evasion. He can lock him down like this. Got himself a pretty big charge there. Every single one of those overpowers cuts through the evasion like it's nothing. Big eviscerates, not much he can really do. Actually, just executes instead, not eviscerates. Needs just a little bit more damage. Oh, hold on. Does he natural bleed? Sit pick up. He's going to be okay. That was so close. I don't think that even procced sheet death. No, it didn't. That is crazy. VMP is up next, gouged by booty. Needs to have some kind of an answer kidney. It's super yard. All those dots are on you. It's over. Cheat death not gonna hold you there long at all. Yeah, it's just done. The VMP does get a couple of those cheeky auto attacks through the wall. Austin is gonna be up next to see if our charges out with a full root onto VMP. As long as VMP doesn't go on for the biggest burst out there, then Austin might be okay. Mostly. Look at the damage he's taken. It was just, he was with the rogue for 2 seconds. and the amount of damage he took, he does have all the time, so he doesn't have to worry about it. But still, the amount of raw damage Assassination puts out is absolutely out of this world. Does go for the big death mark. This is where Austin, he knows he's going to be ticking down. He has himself limited time left in terms of health. Touch of the Magi, together with a bit of missiles. Cloak shadows for the rogue. Have himself a ring of fire. If he can maybe get the rogue to walk back in there, he'll be good. Look at Austin just melting. He might just need to press ice block. That death mark, together with full bleeds, it is still terrifying. Try to see if he can knock the rogue out in the open. It's going to hit him with a barrage. If he can start chipping away at the rogue little by little, he will be okay. He's trying to see if he can get ahead of the rogue. Big blink right after. Got himself altar. And at least he can maybe reposition. Got himself touch of the Magi. Getting shot by the rogue. Cannot really do anything here. Has to use the altar in order to reposition and get himself a little bit actually healing. VMP does not have a lot of health left. Ring of fire around the corner. Still touch of the Magi, just absolutely drilling right through him with the touch. Nether Tempest also doing a little bit of bouncing damage. He does sit down for some food. Nova, VMP is nowhere nearby. Throwing out the orb, does not connect. And VMP, he does have a death mark coming back up in about a minute. I don't think he's gonna need it right now, because if he could just get himself some fat Garotsa into Austin with a Shiv kidney, has to go for a ice block. That kidney shot with internal bleeding and rips and Garots and Shiv to amplify the damage of your bleeds, it is deadly. You have to press an immunity for that one, as VMP doesn't have a lot of health left. Hold on, Austin catches him in the root really quick. Second, hold on. Barrage maybe enough. Is this gonna be it? Into an orb right after. Nether Tempest is still ticking down on the rogue. He's trying to get himself some last minute dots, but Austin does end up catching him. Hawk is gonna be up next. Hopefully Austin is aware he's going from one. I was gonna say one assassination rogue into the next, but it's just assassination to a subtlety. I think subtlety is actually a little bit of a better matchup. Oh, almost connected with that thing. Almost ending the Chronos. Is it Arcanosphere? Almost called the Chronosphere. Almost ended the Arcanosphere right at the rogue. Does end up hitting the Ring of Fire. That is going to do damage over time to him with that fire damage ticking. Also with another Tempest. Should get the rogue out in the open. Have himself Blink Streep Shot right after. Is that altar? That's not altar. Not yet, at least. Does get himself a shield. Could be a cloak out of the rogue. Does go for the vanish. Big almost bite into a stun. Austin, not a lot of health available. Maybe he can kite the rogue out. The rogue still has a cloak, so you could always use that in case he needs to. Shadow Meld does get himself the altar to at least reposition Barrage. Is it enough damage? Cloak of Shadows for the rogue. Looking to escape. Austin looking to chase after him. At least wants to keep him in combat. Does go for the knockback, does get it. Ring of Fire, rogue almost steps into it, doesn't quite. Barrage, Trinket to follow. Austin needs some cooldown reduction right now if he wants to get himself an ice block. Kidney shot onto the mage, but I think Shadow might be done for the count here. Missiles is gonna rip right through him. Yeah, not much you can do. With Parasite, I don't really know. I guess what you could do is let Austin at least catch up with full heals, but because he doesn't have an ice block, no Trinket, no Void Operational, no nothing, I do think Seawork is walking into this duel with a little bit of a disadvantage here. But then again, Parasite has been on the other end of that barrel too. He's been in a situation where he was walking into a duel with a disadvantage, so now I guess the shoe's on the other foot this time around. Austin at least able to go for Polly's Ring of Fire, at least able to get himself a bit of pressure to the distance as Parasite goes for a full immunity. For Austin, he still technically can build up damage of the Touch of the Magi, even though there's immunity for Parasite. The Touch of the Magi still collects how much damage you do overall. Massive burst onto Parasite, sending him behind the pillar actually. Hold on a second. Austin is actually kind of okay. Not having Ice Block is still deadly. Try to go for a knockback at your Parasite. Have himself a blink last second. Parasite try to catch him with the Sigil. Doesn't quite connect. I-Beam right after. Does he go for a kick? The big damage onto Austin. Not feeling all that good. Shifting power is letting him recover some health. It's going to be Sigil of Fear right after. I don't know if you could really do much right now. Investigate yourself a bit of DR. Blink to follow. Maybe. Oh. There's not much he could do. He did everything he could, try to give himself as much survivability. Even Deletion is just like, Jesus, he was just watching it he's just watching it, just literally just goes, Jesus. Just typed it out as /S. Like no one would have saw him say that. It's just his honest reaction. But we saw it. It's just an honest reaction of what just happened. Parasite does get himself into a decent situation, I think. He's low in health, but honestly, we've seen this man crawl out from much worse situations before. Does get hit with a fear, stunned by the warrior. Maybe the warrior would have him. Does get himself vengeful with an I-Beam. That's going to be meta for a second. Maybe can do enough damage to recover some health. Does pick up a big sigil. That's going to be a lot of souls waiting for you. You just got to find out what you get around the warrior. If you can get around the warrior, pick up the souls again, you might be okay, unless you already picked them up. I don't think he did though, did he? He's trying to see if he can sit around the corner. Does it with a Sigil Flame though. Delicia is going to take a little bit of that damage over time for Parasite. That's huge. Does go for a Vengeful as a Stormbolt comes out, able to immune it. Charges past the guy with a quick stun right after. Blade dance to follow as he got himself that Immolation Aura. And Delicia not doing that good health-wise actually. Wait a second, maybe Parasite has him? He does have him. I'm not sure if Delicia just got stopped. Maybe he felt like, you know what, he ran out of steam and it was just like, that was it. That was all of it. My goodness. 2 for Seaward, 2 for Parasite, and 2 for Wildip actually with that Warlocky Lockdown. I like seeing it. Booty Hole actually got to play Top G. Actually, everybody got a chance to play, right? Everybody got a chance to play. My goodness. At least Rogue body ended up next to mine. True. True. Who's Toxic Blast? Did he invite me so then I'd be in like the same phase as that hunter? Is that what happened? Did I get invited just so I'd be in the same phase? Yeah, I got invited just so I'd be in the same phase. That was troll. Cool. Thanks, Toxic. Appreciate you, my guy. Glad I could join you. Glad I could join you. Sweet. Yeah, let me duel. Duel who? You? Or we all got a chance? Everybody did get a chance. Expect this to be pruned out of the ass. Demon Hunters are nuts, man. They're nuts. In 3s, they're pretty disgusting as is, but like, we've never seen a Demon Hunter do this much in a 1v1 setting. And like, Demon Hunters don't have a lot of healing, but like, the damage you push out is just ridiculously strong. Like, I don't say that in like a way to like nerf them or anything. I'm just commenting on like, it's really, really strong. You know what I mean? I'm Toxic Blast? Wait. But then you invited me to get killed by the other hunter. Why'd you do that? I'm Blood Dagger? Why would you do that then? Why would you do that to me? I felt that it was mean. I thought it was a rando that invited me. It was just like, hey, invite, have your friend kill me. I'm like, oh, cool. Thanks. Wait. Let me duel. You want to play a hunter? Is that what you're saying? Because we were basically done. Basically kind of done. Have a good night, everyone. Yeah, I was basically going to call it after this one, man. Because it was kind of winding down anyway. But yo, I appreciate you boys for joining. You guys are wonderful. Beautiful. Thanks so much, popping. Dude, I need to get the full warrior set. It looks so good with the shoulders. Oh. God, I gotta go back and get the full set from Antorus. I gotta get the entire thing. Boys, I'm level 59. Wait, why are you asking? Wait, you want to duel my Demon Hunter as level 59? That's what you're trying to do? Okay, that's what you... Oh. Cool. So apparently is that the same hunter that killed me earlier? Does that get killed by... Yeah, heads... Wait, so that guy shifted into a different phase just so he could shoot me twice? Is that what happened? Or am I just like a low level player that just ended up getting caught in this crosshair twice by accident? Was it my fault? I guess so. I guess so. Alrighty, boys. We are gonna call it here, though. Yo, thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you. See you out here. Where if I spot him? Oh, he killed more than one. He killed level 30. Oh, there he is. I saw him just now. But yo, invite me. I was just gonna call it here, man. It's all good. How about next week? How about next week? Dude, I was walking to Orgrimmar just now, right? Looking out for the guy. You have no idea how like nerve-wracking it is to walk around Ashenvale as any Sword or Alliance right now over on the SOD, on EU. Like, I'm walking around, I'm looking left, I'm looking right, I'm looking in every direction, and I'm like, okay, I'm clear. I come out of stealth, I start walking, a hunter immediately marks me, Serpent stings me, sends a pet, and is like max range from me, hits me with a counter shot, concussive shot, so I'm slowed. And I was like, oh no. And it just felt like I was just walking around Ashenvale, like watching my back the entire time. I think it almost felt like the field of view in Classic is a little like more narrow than it is on live, because I felt like I was just blind, right? I feel like because at PvP, at PvE, and I feel like I have pretty good awareness of my character. But something about Classic just makes me feel like I have like blinders on, you know? But it was fun, like just walking around like the world is super dangerous the entire time. It's crazy. Yeah, we'll do next week, man. We'll do next week. How did that sound? Boys, thanks so much for joining. I appreciate you. Super fun hanging out with all of you. Thanks for popping in. Hope you guys enjoyed Duels as well as much as I did, because I had an absolute blast with it. Now that the world ends. That's true. If the world ends, then I guess we don't have any more duels. But then again, you won't even be there. You won't be around to worry about that, will you? Or I. None of us will be here to worry about it. So I guess we can have solace in that. It's not that deep. Maybe not for me, for real. Wait, we'll duel next week. How about it's easy? Hope you enjoy your time in Europe, whatever. I guess you're there for vacation. Hope you enjoy your time there. Is 1v1 against you? I guess there is a possibility your laptop could completely give out, right? We'll save it until next week, man. It's about 7:30. I'm gonna get a little bit of work done, get a bit of food, catch up on all of my alts because I was working down through all of my dungeons. I will probably have one of every character ready with a vault to open something hopefully good this week. Shaman got absolutely loaded with a full tier set. By the way, Ellie Shaman's super fun to play. I'm just lava bursting the entire time. It is the easiest playstyle I've ever seen. He doesn't do the most amount of damage apparently. They're buffing Earthquake by 50% just for that. But yeah, it's something. Boys, thanks so much for coming by. I appreciate you guys. Wonderful, beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope all of you enjoyed. And I guess I'll see you guys. I'm not streaming tomorrow, I don't think. So tomorrow I'm taking a break. Then Monday, if not Tuesday, maybe Monday, probably Monday, definitely Tuesday. Let's go with that. Thank you all. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys all whenever I catch you. Alrighty. Peace.